I don't know.
Hello, America, and people around the world. Welcome back to the Elk Lodge podcast.
You don't look too cozy there.
Well, I'm like, I'll just do it like this.
There you go. Completely laid out. We're laid back today.
We're laid back. If you're just listening on the audio, we're coming to you from our bed.
It's a change of scenery around here.
Yeah, the table where we normally do that is covered in music producing equipment at the moment because our dear friend is in town visiting. But anyway, today on the show, we have a 3-guest show, a five-piece, including the two of us. So we've got Brendon Goldwasser, who's been on the show a number of times, JC Aviles, who's been on the show.
You know and love.
Yeah,
a man who needs no introduction around here.
That's correct. And a new friend, Noeli Acoba.
That's right.
Noeli is awesome. She works with JC. That's how we met her. She came over. She also helped us with That Kid Is You with our photo shoot for our upcoming releases, which watch out for those. Those are coming out starting this week. So we're dropping a new single every Friday for the next 16 weeks. So go to That Kid Is You, at That Kid Is You, and That Kid Is You on Spotify. Yep, good stuff. And as always, this show is brought to you by Hexa Coffee. We may not look like it, but we are well caffeinated in this house because we have a nonstop supply of delicious and roasted with love Hexa Coffee.
And get it now because it's cold brew season and this stuff is so refreshing on ice. I love it. You will too. So go to their website, hexacoffee.com. You can check out using promo code ELK and you'll get 10% off of your total purchase and you'll love it.
That's right. And without further ado, enjoy the show. This episode is, okay, here's some further ado. It's a good episode. We talk a lot about like meet cutes and how we all met each other. And if anyone's got a fun story of how people meet, Noeli's life is a bit of a rom-com these days. When we start there, and it's
hey, save something for the podcast.
All right,
ya?
You'll have to find out for yourselves. Y'all enjoy the show now.
Tune in for the rest. Yeah.
Are these my headphones? Wow, this sounds so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So bring the mic like right up to the edge so that you're as close to as
your
you
mic
can.
down a
Oh,
little, I
tilt
think.
it, like,
So if I see my, I can't hear myself though, huh?
Oh no.
hello.
Isn't that fun? Do you see what I mean? It
There
gets you
we
in the
go.
zone because you
Nice
hear
in there.
everyone.
I feel like spaced out right now. This is great.
Yeah, it's nice. There's a headphone jack on that.
Is there?
So JC's
Here we
going to
are.
hear himself.
Welcome.
Check. No, I don't.
So maybe we should.
Oh,
all
I
go
can't
one-
hear you guys.
You
but I
can't
can
hear us.
Like
but you can hear
101
yourself.
Dalmatians down there. I'll
I'd
tangle
like to at least
up.
hear myself
love it,
if I
yeah.
feel.
Just
Good
make sure
throwback.
your signal's not
This is
clipping.
the start of
That
our
first
meet
one
Check.
was so good.
It's not
The
close.
Oh
animated
yeah,
one.
meet cute. I was talking about that.
Check.
You were talking about meet cute?
Yeah, because I'm living in a rom-com right now, so.
Oh, nice.
What do you
Wow,
mean,
stuck in a
you're living in a
rom-com?
rom-com?
Oh, she's got some calm stories, boy.
Some great
Start with
stories.
the com or the rom. Let's hear it.
The calm or the rom. Okay, so right now I just like moved to Santa
Check.
Monica, and I got out of a 7-year-long relationship basically, and
Some time.
I live above a thrift store and a Benihana's in the middle of downtown Santa Monica in this little studio apartment from like the 1920s.
Cool.
And the first day that I move in, I go with my friends to Vaughn's. And I make friends with the cashier. We're just having like the greatest chat in the world about our lives and everything. And I like leave the place and my friends see this coming, but I don't. And he comes over, I put all my stuff in my car. He comes over to the cart and he like takes it away. I'm like, oh, thank you. And he's like, wait, actually, can I have your Instagram? Can I have your information? And I was like,
Just a random guy?
Ballsy.
the cashier.
Oh, the cashier.
He left his post.
Whoa.
I know.
Okay,
ran
and so
out.
did you give him the deets?
I did not
Instagram's
give him.
pretty safe.
Yeah, Instagram is safe. So I was like, here, you can have my Instagram. But the best part about all of this, so we nicknamed him Vaughn's guy, and I forgot to
As
mention.
you do.
As we do. And officially, my apartment is now called the Slut Hut because of this Vaughn's guy. But this is the even.
Wait. Fill that in for me. Because of Vaughn's guy, it's the Slut Hut.
Yeah, the reason why. Okay, so my friend.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
You have to-
My house is now the Slut Hut.
What happens?
I
need a bridge here.
Yeah, I need to give you context of what happened.
How it became this.
Yeah, so back up 2 days before.
Okay.
I'm with my friend.
2 days earlier.
Two days earlier. 2 days earlier.
Okay.
I'm with my friend, my best friend Stephanie in the whole entire world, and she's like, Noelle, you're gonna move into the batch pad. And I was like, the batch pad? That's such a stupid name. And she's like, you're right. It's gonna be the slut hut. And we start laughing, and we're like, oh, it's not gonna be called the slut hut. You stupid whore. And she's like, you're right. It's a cute 1920s apartment. We'll think of a better name. The next day, I go to Starbucks, and there's this guy in front of me, and then after he like leaves, I order my foods, and I get JC, because I'm so nice, I get you your food and your drink too, right?
You got me a drink.
I got you.
Don't throw food into this. You got me coffee. But yes, thank you.
I hate you. But anyways, I got you a coffee, and I got myself a food and a drink.
Oh.
And now I'm clarifying. You're right. I was a filthy liar. I'm so sorry, JC.
It's all right.
Good work.
We're keeping us honest. Keeping us honest.
Keep me honest.
I'm here for that.
And then I go and try to pay, and then the lady is like, no, the guy in front of you already paid for you. And then that puts me in a really awkward situation, because I don't want to talk to this guy. I just want to get my food and my drink.
Right. What's
and
the obligation?
Yeah, exactly. And so now I feel like I'm obligated. So I like go over to the guy. I'm like, hey, like, let me, like, I'll pay you back. And he's like, no, let me do this for a cute girl. And I was like, no, like, let me pay you back. And he's like, no, like, just let me. And I was like, you know what? Okay, sure. And he's like, but like, I get your number, right? And I was like, no, you do not get my number. So I got my stuff and I left. I know, right? It's the obligation, right?
Right. He tried to buy your phone number from you, basically.
He's doing it because he wants something.
Like, what if someone said, like, I'll give you $20 for your phone
When
number?
you do something nice,
That's basically what he
I'll give
said.
him $20. I mean, give him my phone number.
Not because you want a favor back. Then it's
Exactly.
not something nice. You're expecting something.
Correct.
Just do something.
Yeah, it's manipulative.
Yeah,
To just,
that's the word that
yeah.
came to mind for me.
Yeah.
It's manipulative.
Also, while we're on the subject, if you film yourself being nice, you also don't get points for that.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
you still did a good thing. Like, it's
agree.
good that guy got $50.
Yeah, Mr. Beast is an
But
asshole.
you, no, like,
Can you
it's-
call him
but
out on a
it just
I'm kidding.
it you know, it evens out.
Yeah.
Like,
Cancels out.
It was a nice thing, but you filmed it. Like, you're not a nice person for doing it, but it was nice. It did help, but you don't get points
Right, just because you filmed it and shared it.
because you filmed it and shared it. Yeah.
But what about people who like solely do that? That's like their thing. That's like their like video. Because there's this guy on TikTok that I like.
They're not
He like
nice.
Right.
They're not being nice. I don't think they get points for being nice, but it's nice that they're doing that.
If your whole MO is being nice, though, how do you not get?
It's such a
Because
gray
you're
area,
doing
that
it just
kind of
for
concept.
your
It's nuance.
content.
It's a little nuance.
You're
Okay.
doing it just to be filmed. Like, you're doing it just for 4 points.
Well, they're doing
you're not
because
doing
they
it
know
to be
people
nice.
like to watch feel good stuff too, right?
Right.
Yeah, I
people
love that
watching
shit.
it feel good. Like, oh, that's such a nice
Right.
thing. But they're just hopping on that trend.
It's not
of
selfless.
People watching feel good
It's not at all selfless.
content.
true.
It's
I mean-
self-serving.
Right. They're
You're doing
making
it to be
build their
popular,
following or-
to feel people be like, "Oh my gosh, you're so nice!" Like, that's why you're doing it. It's not nice.
But,
You don't get points for being nice.
but you could do the same thing and not make nice content that helps people. You could do the same
best
thing and
charity
do
is anonymous.
wild things.
1,000%. I agree.
And-
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not nice either. That's the same. Yeah, the best is to just do something nice and
Not want
just be
credit
nice.
or
yeah.
attention for it.
To yeah.
Do it because you want to do it.
Then you get points.
Stay
Yeah.
humble. That's
But then
what
nobody
we're-
knows.
we're
So, you know,
going
it's
with.
a
Then
good point,
nobody
too.
knows. You know, but you know.
But you know, and God knows.
Right.
I feel like we're all getting
All right.
So back to the
We were in a hut.
man next
Back to the slut hut.
It wasn't
so,
Pizza Hut.
was
What was it?
What it rhymed with hut.
Slut hut, you whore.
It's the slut hut. It's the slut hut. You fucking
Slut hut.
whore.
Exactly.
You fucking.
That's
the subheader.
Yeah.
That's the subheader.
That's like the slogan, the motto. Welcome to the slut hut. You fucking whore. It's
That's
a
gonna be
restaurant.
the tagline in my apartment, right above the door.
You fucking whore.
You fucking whore.
That's great.
God.
And you gotta hit it every time you leave.
Okay, so what's the update on Vaughn's guy?
Oh, wait. I have
yeah,
one
wherever
more
you
in the
left off.
story.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I leave Starbucks and I go get gas. But, like, me and this one other guy, we were, like, going for the same, like...
Pump.
You meet a lot of guys.
No, this is crazy. This doesn't usually happen in my
Rom-com.
life. And so, like, I was like, oh, okay. Because we're going in this way, right? And I wanted that one and he wanted that one. And I was like, okay, fine. You can take that one and I'll take this one. And we, like, make eye contact and, like, physical, signals with our hands. I don't know how it's
Physical signals.
What? You guys shook hands?
Non-verbal
baseball
communication.
coach?
I believe is what you're going for.
Exactly. We're just like doing like Jesus.
I mean, it's so much is unspoken between us weird human creatures.
It's
you
true.
know?
There's a lot of communication
Yeah.
without.
A lot of nuance.
It's a nod. It's a shuffle.
It's a look.
even
It's
just-
a hand
yeah.
gesture.
Yeah.
Vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, so
broadening
you're
of the
you're calling him.
shoulders.
A shimmy.
You're calling him down. You're ushering him out of the way.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, you take that one, I take this one, and then he's like, great. And then so I get on my car and I start like going for my gas, and then he like comes over. He's like, let me just like pay for half your gas, and that's like $30, like $35.
This economy?
I don't know.
She's like, we'll split it.
Split it.
Split it.
Do the whole thing, first of all.
Oh, nothing, bro.
I didn't hear that half.
Talk about canceling out. If you're
I
gonna
didn't
try
know
to
about the
ball
half.
out, you can't go halfsies on it. You gotta go
Like, how
all
much?
in.
Let's do half and half. It's like
I'll pay for a gallon.
I got
Like,
5
Oh
on
my
it.
gosh!
Yeah.
I mean, in this economy with these fuel prices, I get it, but geez.
You're right.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Well,
It was
that's-
like
well, then
raining
no.
down on you that day.
So
what
wait,
did you do?
Did he expect your
karmically
number
to-
too, or did you give him your Instagram, your number? What's the deal?
Okay, exactly. So I was like, no.
This is Vaughn's guy? Or different?
No.
Different
This is
guy.
gas station guy. This is Shell guy. Vaughn's
Gas
guy,
station
then
This is
Shell
gas
guy.
station guy. What?
Yeah, Shell
Gas
guy.
Get a bad
Whatever.
Yeah,
reputation
this is
if
Shell
you call
guy.
him the
Yeah.
gassy guy.
Gas guy.
So there's
you're
Starbucks
gas
guy, now Shell guy.
Don't
Yeah.
sit next to him.
Shell
yeah.
guy.
Now
Shell
Shell
guy.
guy.
Sheldon, we'll call him. Sheldon
That's
and
nice.
Von Steffer.
Bonding.
Vaughn. Vaughn is the name. Vaughn.
Oh, Vaughn. Right. Sheldon
Yeah,
and
that's a
Vaughn.
name. We don't need to add anything. All right, so
Vince.
what happened? You said he'll get half.
Oh yeah, so I was like, no, I'm good. I can do this. And he's like, just let me do this for a cute girl. And I was
Oh my
just
God.
like, okay, fine. Like, cause also I'm at a gas station. I really need to go back to work. And I was like, okay, fine. We can go halvesies on this.
Easy.
And then while I'm just like waiting for this gas to be pumped, he's like talking to me and he's like, oh, so can I have your number then? And I was like, no.
Jesus.
Well, good on you for just being like, nope, you shouldn't have done that.
You should have bought
Yeah,
the whole
not
tank.
giving the
you know,
number
you
out.
want the number. You can have half my number. That's what you should have said.
I'll give you the first 3 numbers.
Yeah. I'll give you half.
That's good.
Yeah,
That would have been
Yeah.
fire. Yeah.
Yeah. 8281.
Poetic right there. I would. That's,
Good luck.
Wow.
Try
Okay.
out the rest. If you can figure out
Yeah.
the rest, I'll
Make up
talk
the-
So
to
have
you
you
then.
have you followed up with any of these guys? Are you hanging out with Vaughn's guy? Or are you?
Fucking rom-com, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, rom-com.
This is the greatest story. Okay, so this is gonna seem like a segue. It's not. It's all related.
Okay.
So I'm going to this like 1920s, 1930s event on Sunday. I got this really cute dress and everything, right? And I go and look for a tailor, and it's at this lady's apartment. And so I like go to his apartment. It's kind of like sketchy looking. I'm like, is this the day I'm gonna get human trafficked? And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I really need this dress tailored. So I
You'll risk it.
I'm gonna risk it for this dress. And so I go up, and this nice old lady answers the door, and she's like, "Okay, just like go into like my bedroom, and you can change in there." Her bedroom is also where she like sews and everything.
Okay.
And so I go in. I'm like, so I strip, change into my dress and everything. And she's like, "Okay, are you ready?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready." And then I opened the door for her. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you look so lovely." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you, nice old lady." And so then
She's like, "Can I get your number, please?"
no, it's better than that. So
Love it.
she's like, "You're so lovely. Are you single? I have a son." I have a son. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm single." And I'm like, "Okay, like, what's your son's story?" And so she goes off about like, "I'm so proud of my son. He's going to like he's transferring from SMC Santa Monica College to Berkeley like next year. I'm so proud of him." And she's like hemming my dress and everything. The door opens and then it closes. And around that time, she's done like hemming my dress. And she's like, "Oh, I think that's my son. Let me like
Little matchmaker. She is a little fly devil over here.
Lady.
She like adjust like more cleavage in the dress. Okay, hold on, real quick. Okay. Like one shoulder off. Okay, good. Here, he'll be right here.
And so she's like, oh, let me get my son. And then she like closes the door and everything. And she's like, okay, my son's here. Like, are you ready? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. And so I like open, and she opens the door, and I like turn around, and he's there. And I'm like, Ryan? And he's like, Noeli? And she's like, you know my son? And I was like, we met at Vaughn's.
It's Vaughn. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Vaughn. Wow.
Dang.
AKA
Wow.
Ryan.
Heartstopper.
Yeah.
Showstopper. Ryan. Now we've learned his name is Von Ryan.
Real Ryan. over
Ryan
here.
Von Ryan.
Maybe I should have used a code name. No, his name's fucking Ryan. So
All right. Shout out to Ryan.
shout out
Ryan
to
from
Ryan
Santa
if
Monica?
you're listening.
Shout out to
Ryan
you.
Evans in Santa Monica. We know who you are. Your mom's a tailor. We know so much about you.
That is awfully specific.
Congrats on getting into Berkeley, Ryan.
Yes,
You're
mazel
Googleable
tov.
at this point. Yeah, congrats. Yeah.
I'm proud.
Brendon's proud. We're all proud of you, actually. Your mom's proud of you, too. All right, anyway. So, okay, then what? Like,
Wow. This is
Your
crazy.
mom's proud of you.
Well, she's
I heard
engaged.
through the grapevine that your mother is proud of you.
And so his mom's like, doesn't she look so lovely? And he's like, yeah, she looks beautiful. And then I was all like flustered and stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? That was my first thought. And she's like, okay, you can like get changed and you're all done. And I'm like, okay. I'm getting fucking changed and like getting the hell out of here. And so get changed. I like go out the door and she's like, okay, I'm going to have this to you in 2 days, like right before your party. So literally tomorrow. And like, it's going to be so pristine and perfect because like you're such a lovely girl. Come visit me. Like she's like the sweetest lady. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And then Ryan's like, oh, I'm gonna walk her out, Mom. And I was like, oh, and she's like, oh, okay, yeah, you walk her out. And then so Ryan walks me out. He's like, why did you ghost me, dude? And because I haven't messaged him back at all since I met him at Vaughn's a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, Ryan, how old are you? He's like, I'm 19. And I was like, Ryan, how old do you think I am? It's like 21 tops. And I'm like, Ryan, I'm 29. I think we probably are just going to be friends. And he's like, oh, yeah. So awkward.
Wow.
Oh, man.
And I'm like, okay, well, really nice meeting you, Ryan. Bye. Congrats on getting into
You gotta go
Berkeley.
to college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats on getting into Berkeley.
Yeah.
As I'm walking away, walking down the street. You still look hot for your age, though.
Wow.
Ryan.
Dude, Ryan.
Ryan, shooting that shot.
Ryan.
Hey.
You know what? Good,
Courageous
good
boy.
for him. Not being bitter. He's just going to send you off with a compliment, huh?
Sending off with
He's
love.
about to go to college.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
He's
You
good.
set him free. You love him.
Especially
you
with
set
that kind
him
of
free,
confidence.
He comes back, he's yours or
Yeah.
something.
pop
Yeah.
off, boy.
Wow.
Yeah, look back at Ryan.
He's gonna hear
That
this one.
truly is a little rom-com moment.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's quite the rom-com. Quite a
Insane.
meet cute. And who
Quite
knows?
a meet cute.
Maybe in 10 years or something that the age gap won't feel like so much.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
you know what? We all love a good meet cute.
That's true.
I've never heard of
They
this
only
thing.
get better with time, too.
You've never heard
It's
of
when a
meet
couple
cute?
has a cute story of how they met. That is a meet cute.
Meet cute.
Meet cute.
Yeah.
Cute.
I thought you were saying me cute.
Meet cute.
No. You are cute. You cute. You cute.
You cute.
Me
but-
cute. Cute.
but meet
Me cute too. But meet.
Meat.
Like MEAT. It's like some meat is
No,
kind of
not
cute.
meat.
That's not cute.
Not that meat.
Like a tuna meat is kind of cute.
Before or
Wrong.
after it's me.
Bail.
Just when it's freshly
But
filleted.
okay. So just a cute story. Good to
Yeah,
know.
you know,
I
it's
don't
like when
know.
when you meet
Yeah.
because your dogs got tangled up in their leashes,
Oh, right.
right?
You
It's a
run into
moment
each
where
other
you
and your
just
books fell in that
serendipitously,
I like this
hallway.
story.
right?
You know?
Yeah.
And then you
That is a
sweep
meet
a
cute.
hair across the face.
Right.
Exactly, it's something like that.
Or
you
you're
know?
trying to go out of a door and it's a push and you're pulling and then
Right. Exactly.
someone's
that-
pushing.
Is that more of your experience?
Yeah, I like the awkward.
More
yeah.
of a, yeah, that's a meat awkward.
Being awkward. Yeah,
It's a push.
Give me the fucking door.
it's always such a
Yeah.
startling
More of a
moment, isn't it?
meet
You're
awkward.
just like, oh, not again.
Yeah.
Who's looking? Oh,
Meet cute.
Meat cute.
Never heard meet cute before.
Wow. Fascinating.
Good to know.
meet awkward. I
Fuck
like
yeah.
that.
Cool.
You got any rom-com situation? You seen any ladies these days, Brendon?
Yeah, what you been up to, Brendon?
I've been dating here and there, but nothing. I don't have anyone special.
Are you on the
right
apps
now.
or how
I'm
you?
on
how you go about
Hinge.
it?
Anything
You hinge
anything
it.
funny in the dating world? Anything?
How do you
No,
like
kinda your
dating
typical-
apps in general?
I'm not a huge fan. I mean, I haven't, had a great track record on them. So I'm just kind of like,
For sure.
And it gets old, just the process of it. I've
like-
always been more like, I want to meet someone through people or like at an event or like a little more like
real life.
that way. Yeah.
You want like a little more of a meet cute.
Yeah, I want to meet cute. Where's my
Make
meet
it meet
cute?
cute.
I had a meet cute with like my first girlfriend, my long-term girlfriend in my 20s. Aww. For us, like we met, at like a cool bar, like a cool dive bar on Fairfax. We weren't expecting to meet anyone that night. It was just kind of a cool story.
Wasn't it at
like that one-
Cantor's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cantor's.
Cantor's Deli?
The
Cantor's
Kibitz
Deli.
room
That's a good place to meet
next
someone.
to it. Yeah, we have a great
Good
yeah.
meat, and the meat's
And
cute.
she was on another date that she didn't want to be on, so she said goodnight to the guy and then came back in and sat next to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
That's a bold statement. That is a bold declaration.
That's good
you
meat.
done
So
gamed
we hit
her
it
up,
Pastrami.
That's a meet cute.
Yeah.
Pastrami. Cute.
So that was one, but I haven't had any in my 30s. I've been meeting people, but nothing that's been like, I haven't really felt that.
Nothing
thing
like reach
again.
for
How
the same
often-
produce
Yeah.
at the
feel you.
grocery store or something.
Of all the people you talk to, because I was talking to a friend today about how like when I was on Tinder or whatever, I would talk to people, but I never got to the like now let's meet up and then like actually meet in person. That felt awkward to me.
It is hard to get to that.
Like like how
for me.
often?
I'm bad at the all the
Like I feel like I'm a good
texting.
texter, but then I would just
I'm not good
Just
at that
text.
stuff.
I feel like I'm bad at the texting part. I choose not to do them in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I'm bad at the texting part, which is funny because like our era kind of came from like where we're like on Yahoo chat. I remember being like ASL
Yeah,
to
I
strangers
know.
all the time. ASL, girl, what's up? Like, and then all of a sudden I can't do it now.
I
It's
know.
like weird. You see sounds?
okay. I was just making sure you're recording.
Yeah. Oh, recording. Am I recording? Oh, I am recording.
Yeah. I don't know.
So
It just always
I
felt
think
weird.
it's just gonna ebb and flow. I'm also not putting too much pressure on. Like I probably am not putting in the right effort. Like I'm kind of just being a little lazy about it, to be honest. So that's
probably
probably why I'm not.
Go with the
But that's
flow.
also
Yeah,
the better way
yeah.
to do it anyway.
I
Yeah,
feel like it
I
gets
agree.
exhausting playing the game, and I also
Yeah.
feel like I'm not like it doesn't come naturally to me. I feel like there's people that do really well on the apps that kind of are just
Yeah.
a different kind of a person. Like
It's almost like remote learning. Like it's not for everybody. Some people do better in the classroom. Some people do better one-on-one. Some
Yeah.
people do better online. Like
Yep.
kind of.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's
I feel
not
like there's
one
like a
size
dating
fits
app
all.
that just came out that's kind of like that, where it's kind of like you FaceTime with the person or FaceTime with a series of human beings or whatever. I feel like my game is on point when it's like face to face. I'm just like,
Oh.
yeah.
that like me being funny translates more than instead of text because I'm very sarcastic and it just looks like I'm an asshole and I'm just like, fuck, sorry.
I
Yeah.
mean, you kind of are. I'm kidding.
And I also
It's also
just
annoying.
Wow.
It's annoying to have to
truth
like
comes through in the
carry
text.
on all these conversations with a bunch of people simultaneously.
Yeah, that's what I'm not.
Usually.
I don't
True.
do the.
And, like-
I never thought about that.
Right, you
I
don't.
never have
It's
like,
like-
10 running. That's
Yeah.
just too much. for me.
It can get
Yeah.
like very.
Were you on the
quick.
apps much?
Yeah, I dated like on the apps. I think only in like one of the cities I lived in, but I had
What'd you
some
use?
mixed experience. Tinder. Yeah.
Oh, Tinder, the fuck one.
Yep.
Let's get right
that
to the
one.
chase. Let's skip all the
I
bullshit.
kind of found a fuckboy there, so that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the fuck one.
You end up dating a guy off of Tinder, or you just like hooked
Yep.
up with a guy?
No, I dated him for a little while.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Wow. Yeah, I did Tinder a little bit, but
He's
it
a
was
skis ball. He lives in Santa Monica and like
Aye.
reached out to me since I've lived here and been like,
works
"Can
at
you
Vons?
wallet?"
Hell
And
no.
like,
does he work at Bond?
I don't know, but the fact that he thinks I would want to see him is beyond.
Oh, he reached
Oh.
out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
How did it end? Like
on
it ended in
Instagram.
anger, or just it was so awkward, or what?
He just was like a scoundrel, and I just stopped trusting
fuck
him.
boy.
Time to block
Stopped
that number.
trusting him
What a
so
great
much.
name.
Yeah.
Scoundrel.
I was over it.
Yeah.
Because it's funny because scoundrel is funny because I know it's like negative, but I'm also like, is he a pirate?
Right. I
he
feel
be
like we
cool
love
at
a
the bar?
scoundrel. Like Johnny Depp's a scoundrel. You know, like he's a scoundrel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
also
like he's a little. He's not great. He's not perfect,
Yeah.
but you like him. Scoundrel.
Scoundrel.
This guy sounds more like a douche fuck.
That's a good word. But,
Nice. Yeah, so that's where I'm at.
That's where
Just
you're
kind
at.
of enjoying life.
And it's your birthday.
Hey!
Happy
birthday to you.
No, you don't.
Happy birthday
to you.
Whoa!
Happy
birthday, dear
Brendon.
Happy birthday to you at
Oh,
midnight.
thanks,
And
guys.
many more.
Happy birthday, Brendan.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Glad I'm here. Great
New
crew.
friends, to old friends.
Oh, yeah, cheers.
You're what? 33?
That's it.
33. Also, it's Martin Goharry's birthday. Shout out.
Martin.
It's Martin's
Martin,
birthday?
yeah, Martin and Brendan have the same birthday, same day, same year.
Yep.
Same
Whoa.
hospital.
Met at
Same
full
mom,
sail.
different dad.
That's a meet cute.
That was that's for the next podcast.
That is a meet cute, isn't
Yeah,
it?
there's your meet cute
yeah,
right there,
me and
bud.
Marty have a
That's
meet
cute.
cute for
It is.
sure.
You guys
Going to
are-
light off fireworks.
Just join.
That's how
just
you met Martin?
Some apartment
join the world
complex.
together.
Probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, how you met Martin?
I don't-
Because Martin was in Full Sail as well, right?
Martin was at Full Sail as well.
We were trekking with some crew behind some apartments to go light off some fireworks or something. I don't know what we
Maybe
were
you
doing.
met
And
Martin
then
before
we
me.
We were talking. No, we had already
Oh.
met, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
You already
I
met
met
in
you, but you
Bonnaroo,
met
or-
Martin before I met Martin.
Oh, yeah. I think so.
Anyway,
That's,
this is pretty
that's
inside
the start
baseball.
of a good tongue twister right
You met
there.
Martin before I met
Yeah.
Martin.
Thank you. That
guy
was
We
good.
were
Marty.
watching the Martian and the Mets game was on. What?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, I'll have to.
He's a yes
Text
and
him
guy. I
tomorrow
love
as
this guy.
Yeah. And improv.
Yes, Ander. Yes.
Yes, Andrew over here.
Yes, Ander. Anders. Okay.
Anders.
Sorry.
But yeah, happy birthday.
33.
33.
Yeah.
That's how old
Kinda
Jesus
crazy.
was when he was killed.
That's so not true.
That's
think
true.
he was
No,
33.
that's
He was
actually
33
true.
years
Pretty sure he was 33.
33, yeah.
But what was time like? Did they have the normal
Time
Did they
Calendars
have
calendars
time
back then?
back then?
The sun went. The Earth went around the sun, same speed.
But did they decide what a year was yet?
I think so. Yeah. Had they
kidding.
settled on it 1 year?
Would it be 0? Cause,
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was
yeah,
zero.
it was 0 because before him, it was just
Before him was BC.
I guess
BC.
the AD.
yeah before the sandals.
Right.
What is it? BC?
BC before Christ.
Before Christ? Yeah.
BC. Was,
How many are there?
Now it's BCE before Common Era, but
After death is one.
Isn't there
I think.
AD?
Is it
AD
like
is
something
now after we're 2022.
But it's on
AD,
Domino or
after
some shit,
death.
isn't it?
After
Yeah,
his
I think you're right.
death.
Yeah.
His
Something,
death.
yeah.
His death.
After
Is I
the
think
death
what
of
they're
Jesus.
referring to.
Something Romans.
Gotcha.
Who were the dicks that killed him? It was the Romans.
It was the Jews. No, no, it was the Romans. It was the Romans.
Yeah.
Or I mean, just all the people. Everyone
All the
there.
people.
Everyone
Anyone that
there
was
that
there.
day was down.
We all had blood on our hands.
Everyone that day was like, yeah, fuck them. Fuck them.
Yeah.
We're
Fuck him.
done.
Crucify
Imagine-
him.
He was probably so annoying, you know, like they were just fed up. Like he got canceled.
he's like,
Jesus got
guys.
canceled, bro. They was like, you're done. He was like Will Smith, you know.
Enough
like, they
of
were
this
just-
spiel.
They loved him, and then they're like, you know what?
No, before.
Fuck you, dude. We're gonna just like kill you in a bad way.
He's like on the cross. Like, come here. Let me show you a trick.
Yeah, and they're like, fuck, yeah.
Oh
Kid
man,
Leo,
he
like-
gets
He had done that to
lured
other
in by
people, though,
dark
right?
Yeah, people would
arts,
get
by the
crucified. It
dark
was
like just a
black
normal thing.
arts.
It was like your Sunday. Do you want to attend this Sunday's crucifixion?
Are you going to the crucifixion later?
Yeah.
It's like,
I
yeah,
got tickets.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
I got
dude.
tickets.
Four tickets, swinging
dad got us
tickets
floors
to the
seats.
dark
Bringing a
arts.
cooler.
Yeah, we get to throw rocks if you.
Dude, I got
you
extra
pay
wristbands.
yeah,
They're just made of rope.
So bad.
it's a wristband.
It was like
Oh my god.
It's just
Man.
like a tail of like
There's like a
squirrel,
bobblehead.
you know?
You ever wait? It's like a baseball
Yeah,
game.
this guy like beers, get your wine.
That's
Like,
terrible, but it's also fun.
so bad.
Water
Or like
and wine.
it started out good, but then it got bad,
Yeah,
and
we're
it turned
really-
into like the first Fire Festival.
Oh yeah.
You know, they
Yeah,
revolted,
people show up
they
for a
act
good
up,
time,
and
but then it's
that's
like,
when he goes
whoa,
down.
right.
That's when they just
It was
had
advertised as something else.
enough. It was.
And then everyone got to like, what is he doing?
Except for the worst.
Like, are we getting him down?
That's why they killed him. They like Jesus was like throwing a huge thing, and he was like, everybody come. Like he pre-sold tickets. He had all this like pre-sales, and then everyone shows up to like Rome or where was he?
Biggest
Rome or
promoter.
Bethlehem or
He's
wherever.
got the best
And they're like,
promoters.
what the fuck?
Going far and wide.
A speech about the meek? That's your fucking thing? That's what we paid for? And then they revolted, hung him up, killed him.
I'm pretty sure this conversation would be very will be
large groups
very
of people.
offensive to a lot of people.
You can't
But
control large groups of people.
good for me.
He planned it for 23 years because he was missing for like all of his 20s. That was a thing. That was like a real Jesus thing,
Yeah, he went
right?
missing?
He just like right isn't like I feel like
I don't know a whole lot about him.
You're religious.
Me either.
Yeah. No, I was born and raised Catholic. He was
Okay.
definitely hanging out with prostitutes.
Yeah, he was
his
like
20s.
during his 20s, but he was.
Yeah.
Is there
So
stories
Mary
of that?
Magdalene.
Right.
was her
And
name.
he was in Vegas. Yeah.
But specifically, are there stories? Because if I remember correctly, because I was raised
I'm sure
Catholic
there
as well,
is a
but there's like
Jesus
he was just missing.
in
Like, there's like
Vegas.
just no.
Yeah, there's
written-
no stories.
Yeah, of him in his 20s. There's no like. Story.
Even his childhood,
Yeah.
there's not really anything. Just there's his birth, and then it just skips way ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like his birth and
Yeah.
then skips to when he's influential.
Guys,
Yeah.
he was.
And he's like hanging out with prostitutes, and
How'd
he's
he
like,
get
"I'm
there?
doing it for them. Like I got to learn like the people," and they're like, "But you're just like getting your dick sucked in the middle of the room right now." He's like, "Yeah, like." You know,
He like came up with the idea for the show when he was 8 and like has promoed for like a long time. So it was like a big deal.
it was all the plan. Yeah, he was just
I feel
hyping
like
it
they're
up,
the best
hyping it
PR.
up.
Like, it's a
Best
long
promoters.
game. I'm playing the long game,
Right,
guys.
yeah.
Settle
Like, you
down.
wait, they're gonna remember. It's like, yeah.
Sit tight.
Jesus, shouldn't we be doing shit? You know? You just wait.
Yeah.
Don't believe me, just watch. That Jesus was the first one to say that. And then Trinidad James took it. Bruno Mars. Anyway.
Bruno.
Yeah.
Silk Sonic.
Jesus Christ. Well, that's good.
What else?
Um,
How
You guys have a good meet cute.
we've got to meet cute.
Well, because she asked me how you guys met, and I was like, you should ask them. So
Aw.
The first time,
The first time we met.
high school.
I actually don't know how you guys met.
First
I know that
time
you guys.
first time
ever
I saw Christine.
in life.
Aw,
What happened?
You remember? Go ahead. Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
It was the 3rd grade.
What day was it?
I don't remember.
What time of
You're like,
year?
it
Give
was
me
a
the time of
cold
year.
Tuesday morning.
It was spring. I feel like no. Well, did you come in the spring? No, it would have been fall.
I started.
It was
like
not
that year.
winter.
Oh, you were the new girl in
You know
school?
when
She
it's-
I
was
was
the new girl.
in
You were the new
3rd grade.
third
so when I
grader?
was 8.
Wait, this is real? This is a
Yeah,
real story?
it was recess. It was
Don't cry.
recess, and
You
I.
had tissues.
Oh, I need a tissue.
Look, I saw it.
No, I was sort of an obnoxious kid. I would always like yell at the older kids, like, and just until they would like push me, and then I would cry. And so
Gotcha.
there was this older kid named Elliot, and I was like just
Rude.
being obnoxious, pushed him to the point where he like threw me down. He was on me, and he was like choking me, and I was like, I can't breathe. You know how kids are like,
Yeah.
It's like you panic and you just start crying, you know,
Throwing a fit.
and it's embarrassing. And then, and then my buddy like pushed him off of me, and then like the whole mob like left, you know, and like went and like everyone was like fighting in the field or something
Elsewhere.
It was like West Side Story or some shit.
Right.
But then I was just still there on the floor crying and like
Still.
and like really kind of making a thing of
Selling it.
you
You're
know?
trying to sell it. Yeah.
And then I just hear like, "Are you okay?" And I look up, and there's this cute little new girl with her glasses and her little short. No, it's like a long sleeve blue shirt,
Wow.
hair in a ponytail,
Details.
and that was Christine.
Holy shit! Did you know then? Like, oh shit.
No, I was just like, "Wow, cute new girl" or something, you know, like. But then like I just had a huge crush on her forever.
Did you think that in your head, like, I guess I'm sounding like a pussy right now, immediately?
No, I was like,
I'll still choke.
I'm okay. I'll be all right. I didn't deserve that. No, I don't know what. I didn't realize I was pussy for a long
What'd
time
you
after
think of
that.
this? What'd you think of this kid you found?
You know, I don't have the same
Memory.
moment. That
Christine's
memory.
like, I don't have memories of Paul till about we were 17,
years.
maybe.
No, that's not
Do you remember
true.
like seeing like little sad him on the ground?
Not really,
Oh, so
honestly.
you remember
Really?
the event clear.
Yeah, well, I was being choked.
Right. It's trauma. It's
mean,
related to the
wow.
How
trauma.
many times have you been
You
choked?
asked
Of that
people
moment.
if they're
Yeah, I
okay.
know.
So,
you
what
know?
was your first like
Well, I wouldn't
recollection of
instigate.
Paul?
My very first memory of.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
It's
clear
like-
enough.
It's hard to even tell.
Or the clearest,
for me.
earliest. Like,
First, early.
Well, because also you guys are like part of the same kind of friend group, right? Like you have like
Yeah.
the tight friend group from
right.
and
Chi-town.
outside of Chicago.
no.
Shout
I
out
guess
to the home homies.
Hey.
some of the earliest are like jam and bread.
Mm.
Like really stick out, I guess, in middle school.
That was a concert that
And like
we did in my backyard.
Paul performed a lot in middle school. He was like on stage making music, drumming. We definitely, I can picture him then.
With the band with Daniel.
So that's
and
middle school.
Nervous Charlie or whatever.
Nervous. Well,
I mean,
before
in-
Nervous, I had a couple bands before Nervous Charlie.
Oh my God, I mean, elementary school, I don't have like
Strong.
super strong memories.
Vivid.
You were friends with my girlfriend, Alyssa.
Yep. Oh, sorry. We've talked about her, I think, before on this time. Like, that was cute. Yeah. I mean, it was all innocent. We were just all kids playing on the
Right.
playground. dating everybody.
Yeah,
Right.
You
Where it's
know?
like you
For like
run
a
away
day.
from the
Like
girl.
Paul-
And like,
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
like Kevin
like
and Liz
start-
hugged. Did you hear? Like it was crazy.
You like
Hand to go
start
and know
dating
you're
on
married.
Monday and then you break up on Friday.
Yeah,
I
it
was dating.
just-
This girl was like really into me in like second grade, so I was like, "We're dating," you know,
Yeah.
or like whatever. We were dating.
You just decide.
It was just like the
Yeah.
thing. We were dating, but like never hung out, never talked to her ever. And that was like
Yeah.
all of second grade. We were together. We were not together for third grade. You wouldn't know the difference. Same exact relationship. Fourth grade, we got back together. Fourth and fifth grade, we were together. Sixth grade, we're together. And it's like, but this relationship had like, the immaturity had stayed the same since second grade, but we had like outgrown the immaturity of this relationship. But I really didn't actually. She was like, we never like hang out or we never talk. Like you always just say like, what's up? And like pass me in the hall. Like, anyway, then
She called you out.
Here's a meet cute. She's like, I'm dating this other kid. Because in sixth grade, the elementary schools merge into a middle school.
Gotcha.
So she's like, I'm dating this kid from South Park.
The other.
Yeah. So I'm breaking up with you. And so then, and that kid's name is Jeff. And then I'm at my locker, and this Jeff kid is like, hey man, like I hope we're cool, you know, I don't know, you know, and is like our best friend, Jeff Specs. That's how I met Jeff Specs.
Artist Jeff.
Yeah, who Jeff painted
Yeah,
like a lot of these paintings
stuff.
around here. Right behind you, he did this one over here at the back.
those,
Maybe
yeah.
people can see that on the screen, but
yeah,
that was how I
that's
met Jeff
great.
Specs. That's a meet cute, sort
Yeah.
of meet sad.
Meet
no.
sad.
No, but it was when she broke up with me, I was like, oh, all right, okay. Like it
sure.
changed nothing about my life because we never hung out anyway.
I remember that era of life where it was just the title that you would waltz around with.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that's
Totally.
definitely my girlfriend, but like,
Like, I was
I don't
like-
know anything about her.
I was like dating
Right.
Zach, a boy named Zach at the time. I liked him for like years at that time, but we never talked. We'd be like beat red anytime you bumped into him. You know, it was like immediate hot
yeah,
flashes.
you'd be like, hi, Zach. He'd be like,
Oh, and him
like
too.
run away.
Him
Like-
too. I remember my mom came to school once and was like, "Is that him?" He was like getting a drink at the water fountain. I think he was like the most flustered human. He was so cute, like so nervous. It was
Yeah,
just
we're still
so
in
innocent.
love with Zach now.
We all love him.
We all love Zach.
Nice.
But yeah, Paul just, I don't know. I just remember him like, he had like blonde, like even brighter, blonder hair, long, wild, just like running around wild all the time. I guess is a good way to
Was he
picture
also
it.
like a barefoot pajama boy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Jam and Bread was a really cool thing though that we started in middle school. It was like in my backyard.
gonna have to
we did
do
like
it.
a music festival, like a day, a bunch of family friends and everybody came over in my backyard.
Cool
we set up a
parents.
stage and it was like, cause then that way our bands could play and like my dad's high school band got back together and then we did it like every year for like 4 or 5 years.
Whoa.
So then it became like other kids in the neighborhood were like,
Can I get
they're like,
booked?
yeah, like, can I like play a set, you know? And it became kind of a cool thing. We'll definitely bring it back. But yeah, it was called Jam and Bread.
What a great name.
Great name. I think my mom came up with that. Shout out
Jam and
Rose. Shout
bread.
out to Rose.
Jam and Bread.
But jamming.
Jam. Well, it was like there's
Like,
Exactly.
there's music and you eat. You know, there's jam and bread.
Gotcha.
You know, yeah.
Like jam?
Yeah, like
peanut-
jam.
there was
and
some
bread.
of that plus jam
You got it.
plus bread plus
I'm
jamming.
just gonna keep all the
But yeah, it
different
was a cool thing we would do.
I like that. You get
Yeah.
Smuckers to sponsor it or something. Just have a backyard around here.
I'd like that. I'd like that
Seriously.
a lot.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
But what
rad.
flavor?
All of them. It'd be like a charcuterie board of accoutrement.
How beautiful!
The
What a
stage
vision!
is
What a
made of
beautiful
Smuckers.
vision you just laid for us.
It's going to be fun.
That's
It's like, oh, pass me a
We
beer
gotta call
or
Vaughn's guy and get the charcuterie colored,
Fruit flies
all
are gonna
the
be
colors.
everywhere.
there's something to that. Yeah.
Yeah, since we have a hookup at Vaughn's, we could probably get free bags.
Hey.
Just hit up
Free
Ryan.
bags from that guy?
No, you still gotta pay 10 cents.
He's like, he'll
gonna
give you
go half
10%
on it.
discount.
Like,
So you
yeah.
pay 9 cents. So I get a 10% employee discount.
That'd be fun to start something like that. And especially
We already
in LA.
told our meet cute. on
We
the
do
other
have a meet
podcast.
cute. We told it. Brendan's
We can
been on the
sum it up.
podcast before, but I will sum it up. My friends went to Bonnaroo Music Festival one summer. You ever heard of Bonnaroo?
That sounds familiar.
It's like Coachella, or it's like
Yeah,
a weekend
farm in
musical
Tennessee.
festival. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's the
camp,
best.
you see bands, whatever. And this was a year before I went to college. So we're in line, like it's like along the highway, like all the cars are in line to get in. So it's like the line eventually stops. It's just crazy traffic. We get out of the car. We're like playing frisbee, there's like a bunch of people got out of their cars and just like, cause it was moving so slow. There was like a group of dudes ahead of us and like their Frisbee, like they were playing Frisbee and they like, you know, missed one. So we had to like throw it back to them. Like, here's your Frisbee back. Anyway, that was Brendon.
That was me with a couple of my friends, just maybe 8 cars down from them.
So since we were in line near each other, you end up camping near each other. And then,
So we came over.
And then,
like, said hi. Like Adam found
Adam, or I think Jordan,
One of your-
heard,
yeah, one of
Jordan
your
goes like,
crew.
Paul, this guy's going to Full Sail. Because I was going to go to Full Sail college the next year. And Brendon had committed to Full Sail also. So like we met. I was like, yeah,
I
like,
hung out at your campsite.
yeah.
for a
You were like,
sec.
do you know anything about like
Love at
audio
first sight.
shit? And I was
Yeah.
like, nothing. And you were like, me neither.
Yeah,
dude.
I was like,
Then orientation a year later, Brendon's like, hey, dude, like, remember me from? And I was like, fuck, crazy. And then we were best friends from then on. Like,
or it wasn't a year. It was the summer before.
Small world.
I know that
It
you
is
meet-
really
meet
cute.
cute.
you
So I
always
had it
think
wrong,
it's
huh?
longer.
I always do.
But
you
yeah.
you saying it was like 3 months later.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Years later.
5 years
It
later.
did
Wait,
feel,
keep
it did
track.
feel like some time, just because like
That was
the
a hell of a summer,
love.
let me tell you.
Wow.
That was a wild summer.
it definitely was. And
It was a good summer.
And once you got down to like
Yeah, I don't
Orlando,
remember
it
what I
just
did that
feels.
summer.
It probably just felt different. You know, just
Yeah.
the time that we saw.
Maybe I have a
each
bad
other.
memory. I hit my
Yeah,
head
and then
really
I
hard
saw
one
you in the
time.
auditorium.
Yeah.
Found you like.
And that was the day I
Oh my
met Tato
God.
also.
Cool.
I'm sitting at orientation
That was
and they're
crazy.
like, okay, and everybody like bring out your like pull out your paper and your pen that of course you brought because this is the first day of college. And like I didn't have a pen or anything. So I turned to the guy next to me. I was like, do you have a pen? And then he's like, "Ah." And that was Tato.
That's
so cool.
And so Tato gave me
But
a
yeah,
pen. He's like,
that's
now he's one of our best friends also. He lives in Peru.
What?
Yeah.
What about Bruce? Was Bruce using y'all's class with the suit?
Now, Bruce didn't
Not till
do the
later.
first year. He did the second year, the music
Oh.
business.
Yeah.
He was the new guy.
He was the new guy
But most
who
of Sweet
looked
Jones was
angry
there.
and had a suit and tattoos. He wore a suit every day and had like gnarly tattoos,
Yeah,
and it
we
was
see them
confusing.
poking out on his arms
Yeah.
and like neck. Like,
And then one day, everyone was like, someone said like, "Why do you wear a suit every day?"
it was probably with Lambie. It was probably
Yeah,
Mike
Lambie, I think. And then Eric just like, because he always sat in front. Also, he like kind of like turns to the back and he's like, "When I did like the tour, they told me the dress was business casual, so all I brought was suits."
That's it.
But he committed to. He wore a suit every day to school.
He killed it.
And like people respected him a little more. Like
Interesting.
teachers respected him more. Everyone looked at Eric like you look up like at Eric. You know, like he was like above us.
I mean, that plus
think the
his demeanor.
psychological-
He has a very
And-
like.
and, yeah, naturally.
Strong
He's
presence.
a dominant.
The leader.
Yeah.
He's an
That's
alpha.
why
He's an
why
alpha,
smart
yeah.
guy.
He's also a watcher of the show. Hello, Eric Miller.
Hello,
Dr. Bruce.
Bruce
Eric.
Juice.
Love you.
Yeah.
Eric. I can't
He's
do
like the
throat
kind of guy who
singing.
like I don't know chops
He likes
wood.
throat singing.
Like the thing that you try to do.
He's into that.
He's like the real man that I sometimes tell myself I am. I sometimes pretend to be when I buy like a pallet of pre-chopped wood and put it in my
Right.
fireplace.
Fucking-
He stacked that wood.
Eric stacked it for me. Yeah.
Good.
And like he did a good job of it because you're supposed to
you
like
should.
Literally, not even
keep it like leaning
metaphorically.
back somehow, you know. So
He
you
did
have to
such
put
a
some
good
like.
See, I wouldn't know. I'm
towards
just saying.
the
I'm
front.
like
I wouldn't know
yeah,
either.
I
It would have
wouldn't
fallen.
Yeah, mine
over.
would tip off.
It would have tipped.
I know. I didn't know what to do.
He kept it
He
together.
wouldn't
He
even
knows
really
all the-
let me help. He's like, I got this. I got this. I was like, all right.
Hey.
Sure.
Like
Yeah,
a
like,
you know
true
those
alpha.
kitschy
Like
books
a true
about-
alpha.
He's like,
Like How to Be
I
a
need
Man?
to see this
Like, you know those
project
books?
through kind of
Like-
moment.
He doesn't need to read that.
Right.
yeah. He knows.
Like,
Goes like I
The
know.
survival guide, like those are tested by him, you know?
Yeah, he's
He's like how to fix a tire. Psh, got that. Like how you
Yeah.
know all those things. He's like. Psh.
yeah. Nah, he would like change his own oil. It was like wow.
No, I know. I was
That's
always
a-
impressed.
That's a man.
That's a good skill.
Technically,
But he's a good guy to bring
skilled.
with you if you're gonna buy a car.
Yeah.
Or be on Naked and Afraid.
Or be on Naked and
definitely.
Afraid. Oh, he'd be
Would
funny
you
on
guys
that.
go on that show?
Those mosquito bites are just not worth it.
Yeah, not down for.
See, I'm like really, I don't love being naked, so I think it would really bother me, but I do love spending extended times in the wilderness. So
I'd go on
So go
Amazing
camping.
Race if that's
Oh.
still going.
Which one?
Amazing,
Amazing
Race.
Race?
And so that they
a lot
like
of
give you
those.
I've never
challenges,
even watched
right?
that. But yeah, tell me more
I've never
about
watched
this.
Amazing Race.
Oh, yeah. It's like usually
Daily challenges, right?
it's like daily challenges to get to a specific place.
next checkpoint, right?
The next checkpoint, yeah.
So you're on the move. It's like you're in
You're
Cleveland.
running.
Like you got 2 days to get to Denver.
There's a
and,
bunch
like,
of checkpoints,
no car or
and
nothing
then
or something
eventually
like that.
whoever
Yeah.
gets to the last one kind of wins, right?
When you get to a place,
Yeah.
there's like a challenge or something you gotta do. You gotta like
It's like
Bungee
there's
jump or something?
challenges along the way, and usually it's like so there's like challenges along the way, and you can take different routes. So depending, and they usually give you two challenges. Like, do you want to take this challenge that is like more like physically difficult, or this one that's like more mentally? Yeah.
It's been a minute. It's still on?
So there's more variability. I like
idea.
that.
I don't know if it's still
Yeah.
on.
Cool.
I remember seeing it here and there. Like,
I feel like
Have you guys-
if it's not on, it ran at least like
It ran a lot
15
more.
seasons.
yeah,
Yeah.
one of those long.
Have you ever done
running-
like a Groupon for those? I've seen like tours like that and things around cities sometimes.
What?
There
Like
was
what?
like some guy I knew that was working from like running one.
That's
in
not my
in
idea.
Denver
Running
or
one
something.
what? Like a challenge?
Yeah, but like locally.
Like it's like a team building exercise or something? Or it's like a rope course?
Sort of like
Is it a
you
human trafficking
like
Like a
an
high
escape
ropes
room.
course?
They call like an escape room.
But like
Oh.
in the city. Mm-hmm. Like, escape your city.
Or like I don't
Escape
know.
to Cleveland.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
No, I
not,
don't know.
not I mean,
Escape Skid
bet-
Row.
I'm so
A
on
little
it.
iffy on it. A little iffy
I
on
think
it.
I'd rather do Naked and Afraid, to be honest.
Wow. Then what? Amazing Race.
Yep.
Naked and Afraid. You're naked.
Yeah.
And afraid.
You're afraid, and there's mosquitoes biting the shit out of you. These are things all of which you hate.
I'd be naked just somewhere where there's not mosquitoes.
You're in the. I'll get naked.
Put me
dude.
naked on like a nice beach.
Naked and Afraid, Finland.
How long do you
yeah.
have to be
Copenhagen.
naked and afraid?
They
for
do 28 days. I
28. Oh fuck.
Do you
that.
have
No,
to
hell
be afraid
no.
the whole time?
But you can drop out.
If you stop being afraid, they're like, hold on, guys.
Cut.
What show are we making?
Yeah. Tell me.
Naked and what?
All the
You
camera,
Everyone.
What is this? This is you're not afraid.
all the
You
camera
look
guys have masks
way
on.
too
you know,
relaxed
there's, like,
right now. Yeah,
They're trying to scare you.
it's like,
Oh yeah,
It's like-
they should make like Naked and Afraid like indoor. Yeah, it's like you walk through like a haunted house naked.
try to literally scare the shit
Yeah.
out of you.
They're trying to make you poop. First one to poop loses.
Dangerous because you're naked.
Yeah, Naked and Afraid, the first to poop
No
loses
diapers.
edition. No diapers. Yeah, naked.
No die.
Naked and Afraid is always in like the wilderness, right? Mm-hmm. Be interesting if it was in
Naked
the
laser
city.
tag.
Naked and Afraid in
I'm
the
just
city.
saying.
And you
it
gotta
had
run
so
from
many
police.
seasons.
They're like, you can't be naked.
Up the ante. You gotta like get groceries.
Wait, that reminds me. Apparently, there's a
Not
new
get
show. I forget
raped.
what it's called, but these. I think it's on Netflix. I forget the name, but these parents. It's a theme. They send their little kids, these little toddlers, on errands to go like.
Oh,
I've seen this. It's a Japanese show,
I've heard
right?
it's like amazing. I've heard it's
I haven't
hilarious.
seen it, but
The
I heard
concept
good.
doesn't seem like.
Cameras follow them.
Right?
You just see
But
how kids do.
it's on
trying
Netflix
to, like,
or something,
Do a
yeah.
task.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
These parents
Aw.
literally send like little kids out to do
That
like
seems nice.
to go get
That
pick
sounds
up
wholesome.
things.
And the kid just
Yeah.
tries to figure it out.
Yeah,
How
Pretty
to
sure
do
I
it's
that.
think
Japanese
so. I don't.
stuff, yeah.
I haven't seen a full episode yet, but I'm very
gonna watch.
curious.
That sounds
So our really
Yeah.
good friend Nick, he for like the kind of YouTube channel that we work for, he's like one of the writers, or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's like predominantly prank shows. He used to do like punked and stuff back in the day. So he was like, "Do you want to see who destroys like prank stuff?" And he showed me a bunch of like Japanese prank shows.
Okay, yeah.
And I shit you not, one of the pranks, a fucking prank, is this dude who like goes to sleep in what he assumes is his house. And then they strap like the whole bed that he's in, they strap him down in his sleep. And then all of a sudden they wake him up by like shooting off fireworks in the house, but then the whole house goes up in a bungee, like a bungee,
my
like just a bungee cord up, and it's just filming this man
Yeah, dude, they're crazy
waking
over
up in the
there.
middle of the night, just terrified for his life, going up in a house that's bungeed up, and then they would go to like a studio audience, and they're just like, "Oh my god!" They're like, everyone's just so happy
Wow.
for this guy like almost having a heart attack. It's amazing.
He thinks
Oh
he's
my
in like
God.
Wizard of Oz, being
Seriously.
thrown
Yeah.
to
Or like they do one where like people walk into an elevator and then
Yeah.
the elevator floor drops and you fall a couple
Oh,
feet
yeah.
and then you're like in a slide made of like KY jelly.
Oh my god! Wow, that's a gnarly
They
one.
go so hard over there. Like pranks are pussy
Their
shit over here.
brainstorming sessions must be
So
like,
good.
How do you get in on those? Like where they're actually
Right.
deciding. Yeah, let's do that one.
That's the one.
Yeah,
a great
and then
idea.
they
I
do
feel
it
like
and
there would
plan
be
it.
this table would have a lot to contribute.
Oh, for sure.
We
Oh,
should-
1000%.
That'd
You
be
guys
a
gotta
good
get in there
collaboration.
and do
Gotta
a
get in
music
there.
video. for
That's
one of
it.
those pranks.
That's
I
like
would
one of
love
those.
that.
Japan.
We should do a documentary
Pranks
about
in
us
Japan music
trying to
video.
go
Yeah.
right for them. Like
You guys would look
How do we get into
hilarious
that
doing
world?
that stuff.
there's something to that. I like that so much.
It's gonna get a note card. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah. It's recorded. We have the we
Yeah.
have
We
Got it.
have it. Hey, Write this down.
Somebody grab a pen.
Somebody write this down. Somebody write this
Tato, do
down.
you
We don't
have
want
a
to miss
pen?
it.
We
Yeah.
need to.
Somebody comment in the comments. Write down what you just heard.
So have you seen the show?
Put it in
though?
the comments.
Have you seen the show, The Little Children? That
I
are moving
haven't.
errands?
I've seen, I think, a trailer, and I heard maybe one of my siblings or a friend talk about that. It actually is kind of funny.
Nice. That sounds
And,
hilarious.
Like some of the kids actually do pretty well, and like I don't know.
Sounds
But-
like peaceful.
Like
Yeah,
Home
I don't
Alone,
know.
you'd be amazed what they can rise up to, kids, if you give them a chance.
I remember once,
Yeah.
back when we were like in Orlando and stuff. It was like right post I was in college, and I remember we were watching something on the internet, and it was like a penguin that somebody owned, but it would go to the store and had a little backpack on, and it would pick up fish for their family.
What you're talking about?
Right, and they had
I'm getting a flashback.
and the penguin lived under the stairs, and they had like a refrigerated under the stairs area. And then there was like a whole month of our house's life where we like were trying to figure out how to buy a penguin because Carmen really wanted a penguin,
That's
and we're
the
like, it's
next
actually
step.
pretty easy, guys. And like we're like this close to buying a penguin.
Whoa.
Yeah,
They're
like,
so cute.
That'd-
I was
that'd
thinking
been
about
awesome.
penguins earlier today. That's
Yeah.
how cute these damn penguins are. They're just like infiltrating our minds. They're so cute.
Yeah,
They are damn cute, huh?
They're adorable. Yeah, they're
yeah,
like the
something about them.
what's it called?
Penguins were super hot for a second. It was
Yeah,
like
Happy
March of the
Feet came
Penguin,
out.
There was
Happy
just a
Feet.
penguin
Oh,
movie
Happy
every
Feet, yeah.
season.
Yeah, penguins. They were
It was
so
just
hot.
like,
even though
Morgan
they're
Freeman just talking about penguins and just yeah.
It's true.
penguins were hot. They're gone now.
Yeah,
What's
the
hot right
animated,
now?
the-
What
what
animals
was the-
hot?
Sharks are hot seasonally.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always
Sharks
in
get
the
hot.
summer.
What's hot right now?
Sharks
What's
get
hot
hot in
animal?
summer.
Sharks get a week.
What's the hot
They're like
animal right
Hispanic
now?
people are.
What
Red
is-
pandas.
Bears are kind of in.
Yeah,
Like a whole
Red
pandas.
pandas are having a moment.
Red
Bears,
pandas are
bears
horrible.
might be in.
Bears are good.
Oh, because of the Pixar.
Well, it's
Like
that.
people like the waving bear. Have you seen?
We're not
that?
talking about the
Like-
stock market, okay?
Wait,
no
what
bears
waving
here.
bear?
Like there's like these couple, they're just driving through some wilderness and they roll down their window and there's just like a big bear sitting there and they wave to him and he just like waves back kind of.
Yeah.
It's just like hilarious. But
Yeah, I don't know.
I wish we lived in like cartoony world where animals are like, hello, like,
I know.
how are you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're like, hey, Mr. Bear. You know,
Yeah.
like,
The narwhal
Right.
and elf, you know.
Yeah,
Toss
exactly.
them. Bye, buddy.
like a
like
magical.
Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Exactly.
fun.
What are those little? What are the beluga whales? Are they the like big white ones with the, like the big ginormous
Narwhals.
Narwhals?
Are the,
No,
narwhals have
beluga, yeah,
no,
beluga whales.
belugas,
Yeah.
no horn.
They look like
oh, yeah.
they could
The
headbutt
white
the
one.
fuck out of you.
I saw a video.
Yeah, like they could headbutt a hole in the side of a ship.
Like they'll
I
kill
saw
a
a TikTok.
rhino.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok last night, and somebody was with a beluga whale, and they're like petting it. It's all air. It's like
What?
It's like a balloon. It's like a half filled balloon.
Oh, they
it's
can.
that
Yeah, it's like
soft.
bubbly. It's like
So they
it's like
can't
there's just
headbutt.
air there.
I want a beluga
Militaries
whale
around
beanbag.
the world train them to do military operations.
Did we speak about
I
this?
feel like we talked about that.
because
Do you know
Russians
that?
trained dolphins and shit.
Dolphins
trained
and
dolphins.
whales and
Oh
beluga
yeah, I can
whales.
see that.
Yeah.
I saw this on
You know
Joe Rogan.
dolphin- oh.
Take it with a grain of salt, but they did look it up in the middle of the show. But they were like, during Katrina, like the Navy was training like dolphins somewhere,
Like search and rescue.
and the dolphins got like washed away. So like, and the Navy can't find them. So like somewhere out there, there's like assassin trained dolphins. And like I
a
think they have
SWAT-
like
a
a
SWAT
laser
team
on
of
their head or
dolphins.
something. Like it's like they're like trained
love
killer
dolphins.
dolphins that just got let out during Katrina and like they don't know where they are.
See, I've never
Whoa.
trusted dolphins. Now I really don't fucking trust dolphins.
They didn't put trackers on them?
I mean,
I don't
smart
know.
to not
I
trust.
feel like that's like everyone
It's
does that
interesting. I
with
feel
like
like
this.
everybody
think you would
trusts
track the
dolphins, so I
dolphin?
like
You'd
that
think,
you're
right?
not going.
I don't know.
for
Whenever
that.
they like tag animals and put them back in like the ocean, they always kind of either.
Well, but they
track
probably
them
had them
somehow.
like
Yeah, for
in
sure.
captivity.
Sometimes, like I know they track some turtles that are old just to see what turtles are doing.
Yeah, they track. Yeah, like sharks. Yeah.
Right.
Interesting dolphin fact. They
Who knows,
out of
though?
most of the mammals
that's
that are
crazy.
underwater, they every breath they take is a conscious decision.
Right.
The dolphins.
Dolphins, yeah, like the way we breathe, like we have to automatically breathe. Like try holding your breath, you can't fucking kill yourself.
Right.
It can't happen. Dolphins can literally when they do this in captivity when they're really sad. Like if they get too depressed, they'll just choose not to take a breath, and they die.
Yeah.
yeah. But they consciously decide to take a breath
Whoa.
They're one of the only other animals that has sex for pleasure.
and rape.
They rape.
And rape.
And rape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
A
Think
lot
about
of
the
animals
military
rape them.
dolphins. They're gonna
That's
rape
true.
every-
But they're like
Almost
Good
everybody
dolphins.
rapes out there.
But dolphins have a better sense of like.
Almost all
In
of
the
those
animal kingdom.
creatures.
I guess like
Right.
they're one of the
Right.
animals.
Dogs just run
like
up and dogs just
conscious,
feed them. Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Wait,
They're kind of just
Like dolphins
sorry.
are like self-aware. Like and during the mirror test, they're aware they're seeing themselves as opposed to a lot of other mammals. So like they're
Yeah.
a little bit like smarter in that sense. You know?
Yeah.
They're like the closest to consciousness of what we would deem what is consciousness.
Right.
Or whatever.
How do
being
octopuses do on that?
They just got,
So
I
hot.
think,
Amazing.
Aren't they
Yeah.
crazy?
Oh,
Yeah.
let's
There was
talk
a-
about
there
ones
was
who
a-
are having
Yeah,
a moment.
so
Didn't they
good.
just get like raised in the animal food chain?
Octopi are hot right now.
They are.
the new
I'm pretty
penguins.
sure.
Oh,
that's
I'm
true.
pretty sure squids were just found to like have consciousness in the same way,
Yeah.
and like some like
Well, yeah,
higher
after that
level
documentary,
of thinking.
yeah, they like
There was like a guy that swam
it's
and
such a
just
good
built like
documentary.
a
Octopus
connection.
Oh, my
teacher.
octopus
Yeah,
teacher.
it's
That was
so
so
good. Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, it's amazing.
You haven't?
Pretty well done.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
so
recommend
well
it.
shot. Yeah.
It's
It like
this-
made a bunch of people rethink whether they wanted to eat.
I know.
Like any seafood and octopus included, but they
That's-
were just,
that's
it
the
made
real
everyone rethink,
tragedy
like,
here.
Oh, crap.
That calamari is so good, but
That's the real
I love
tragedy
calamari.
is I can't shove it in my face
I
anymore.
can't just chop them up and
No,
fry
just-
them in oil.
We just eat the dumb ones.
Well, you still
Yeah.
can. It's just whether you want to whether you care, right? That's
Yeah.
just everything in life. Whether you
tough.
want to let it affect you.
You're right.
So you can still do whatever you want.
Very good. Thank you. That's,
true.
I'll eat whatever I
You just
kill
have to
whoever I
deal
want.
with
I'll take a bite of you if I want
society's
to.
judgment.
Yeah, that's true.
When these things change, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
when it's trendy to hate on people that eat octopus,
Right.
then
I
you
wish
get-
they would learn. Like, turns out, like, octopus are so dumb. Like, they don't
Right.
know what's going
Turns
on.
out
Right.
they're
No, they got
cute,
beaks and they're
but-
super smart.
They don't know if they're
too
dead or
cool.
alive. Yeah. There's.
It was an interesting
calamari is so good.
documentary.
Isn't there like a myth about like octopus arriving in the oceans as aliens and they're like have some weird genetic mutation that's completely unique?
Wait, what?
Huh.
I feel like I heard something about like
that like-
alien DNA like being an octopus. Like there's something
Oh, like a
unrecognizable
strand in the
about
double
it.
helix that doesn't exist in like any other mammal or whatever.
There's like something
I've heard
that's
something
like a
this.
complete outlier.
You know,
and
I
people
feel like there's probably something
have a
like that
conspiracy
because
theory about it.
there's some weird shit deep, even further down. Right?
We don't know.
And-
That we
yeah.
don't know about. Yeah.
You ever seen the
And I'm
movie
like, it
Abyss?
would make sense if there was like, if aliens ever did come to Earth, they'd just go deep into the ocean
There's an there's an interesting
just-
theory
Right.
about that because
They think like that's
Park
what
their
the planet
Tesla
is.
right in there.
because
Like-
it's all water mostly anyway.
Right. It's that like you're in the planet. Like, yeah.
for sure, there's an interesting theory about
who
that
knows?
because a lot of on the especially like around our area in Mexico, like on the coastal area, a lot of the UFO sightings, supposedly people who get to like do see them at night, always state that they don't go up, they go down, they like go into the ocean. And if you think about it, if something can traverse space, it'd be easy to just hide in the water
you
where
at?
our dumbasses don't go.
Is it Sayulita?
In Sayulita, yeah,
that's
yeah,
right, yeah.
Mhm, yeah.
Ah, that's where they see them
Interesting.
go into the water. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But who knows? But yeah, that deep stuff is weird.
Oh, I love.
Were you the
conspiracy
one that
theory
was
stuff.
telling me about the great white shark that was tracked? And
Yeah, there's
You tell it, yeah.
and it might have been like from Shark Week or like a while back or something, but they're tracking this great white off the coast of Australia, and while they're tracking it, and it's a giant great white, like a very large great white, and all of a sudden, it's the depth that it's going at just starts dramatically descending, just very very fast, and then all of a sudden, the tracker just disappears. So this giant thing just disappears, right? But right before it disappears, its core body temperature goes from a normal, normal temperature to extremely hot, and then just disappears. So the only logical conclusion is that something ate it. But it was so ginormous. So like, and they never found the tracker, but whatever. But they just have that data of this thing just died, and something that they haven't. And it was so interesting because it was like not a pattern, right? It was something that they've never seen a shark just randomly do on its own, just like descend out of nowhere. They don't go that deep.
There are those like hot,
So it was on the inside
there
of
are like
something bigger.
underwater volcanoes.
Ah.
You can get pulled into
And
a
there's like
volcano or
creatures
just-
that learn to
like-
thrive at
Just
that
ran
heat.
into like a.
you get fell into
But it
a
wasn't.
volcano.
But it wasn't near the bottom. Like it wasn't.
It wasn't near the bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The bottom is
It started
very,
going
very
just
far
diving.
bottom. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Dude, the
it just
ocean is
started.
so fucking scary.
I
Like
like
when you're like
Seriously.
floating and you're just looking down, and
fuck
I
that.
just always picture like something very big just moving towards me so
So-
fast.
oh,
you know?
yeah.
Just like
Same.
like it's just like I'm just gonna see like at the last second just like
Right.
what? Oh my god, I think about it so much.
I know. Yeah,
Same.
the ocean is just like
You know what's
the
crazy, though?
unknown.
That's
Neil
like my
deGrasse
black
Tyson was
magic.
saying
I don't
this.
fuck with the ocean too much.
You don't fuck with magic or the ocean.
You know you were saying you don't mess with the black magic.
I don't mess with the dark arts.
The dark
Dark
arts.
arts.
That's how I like how much I
dark
respect the ocean. I'm like terrified of that dark ocean.
Yeah.
It has the same level of
No,
good and bad.
No,
It's beautiful.
Snape.
It's lovely,
no Snape
but
for
man,
JC.
No Snapes.
Sorry.
No Snapes.
No Snapes.
No,
Anti-Snapes.
where were you?
Oh, I was saying Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about Earth. Okay, so the like highest point is Mount Everest.
yeah, Everest.
Lowest point is the Mariana Trench.
Right. That.
And the
big.
difference between those is like 11 miles.
What?
If you held Earth in your hand, you know how globes are like rough and they like have the mountains. If you held Earth in your hand, it would feel as smooth as like a pool ball. Like the deepest point and the highest point is like
oh yeah, I remember him talking about
nothing.
something like that.
Yeah.
Basically nothing.
Because the scale.
Yeah, like because
Well,
how
where
big
we
the Earth
are in,
is,
yeah.
and like the difference of the lowest point, the highest point. Yeah, it's some crazy like
We're on a
11
marble.
miles. Or
We're
something.
on a
We're
marble.
on a just. It's like a smooth
It's like the end of
marble.
Men in Black.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is like Men in
so
Black, the
interesting.
first one.
Yeah,
That's
it was
why I
like-
love
blew
that
my mind when
ending.
I said
Right?
Yeah,
Because you're like, whoa, aliens probably would just play with galaxies and we are in a marble.
Just
Right.
toss us around. Yeah.
You were like, that's such a good ending. It, like,
you're right.
It made
Dude, Men
the
in
most
Black. The first Men in
sense.
Black is so good.
so good.
You were like,
Fucking
whoa,
slaps.
that's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Epic movie.
Like, of course, they're just playing marbles.
Orion's belt. Orion's belt. It's like the fucking cat. Yeah, it's like.
But yeah, I think we are just on a marble.
You know, it's my favorite
We are.
new
It's
movie.
a-
Smooth.
We basically are. Yeah.
and-
So amazing
yeah.
that we can still stress out about things, even knowing like the just true small presence we have on this
know.
little
Oh
floating
my
world
god.
Yeah.
A good technique whenever you're anxious is go just look up.
into the sky.
Just remind yourself that nothing. It's like what?
Yeah.
Right.
Just zoom out.
Yeah, exactly.
Why was I tripping?
Yeah,
Right?
it's okay.
Did you ever do that assignment like as a little kid where like you have to like grow your neighborhood or like shrink it down so it's like the go as big. I don't know if you start from the beginning or
Like,
I think you do. You go like your
scale?
house, and then you go to your school, and then your community, and then your
The city.
and then the
State.
state. Yeah, and you do like
Yeah.
kind of grow it up and try to stretch out. But
Oh, interesting.
I don't know why I thought.
Yeah, we're like, there's
we
one day
know
in
why.
science class where they had us stand in a line. It was like, you're Mars, you're Earth, you're Jupiter.
I do remember
And
that.
like,
oh yeah.
just like the distance between some of the
I like
planets
those.
and like how crazy far it is
Right.
just from us to the sun. And also like Earth is like that. If the sun is like,
And the sun is
if the sun is
huge.
like, if
Yeah,
the
when you
sun is
look at
a
how
pool ball,
tiny
Earth
we
is
are.
like that. It's crazy.
Or the fact that whenever you see like pictures or like what people like based off of pictures of like like representations of what the universe is, that's only the visible universe.
Right.
That's
just what they
the
could take a
scariest
picture
part.
of,
Like that's as
yeah.
far as we can look, guys. But that's kind of cool. Actually, that one telescope that's out now is about to shoot an infrared. So we're literally maybe like a month away from seeing
Further.
the furthest we've ever seen
out.
as humans ever. We're about to see
crazy.
things that could potentially change the way we think of life in general.
Right.
It could change a lot of things.
Some
Just
alien's
off
gonna
of
photobomb it, it's gonna be like some green dude like showing his butt,
What is that? It's just a dude mooning.
What is that?
It's the Great Crack. Like we like name it something.
yeah, the great crack, yeah. And some guy and his bros are just like laughing, playing with marbles.
Speaking of conspiracy theories and stuff, because I love conspiracy TikTok.
I gotta pee.
One of my new favorite conspiracy theories that I never even thought about, but when I see it visually, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I vibe with that. But the idea that mountains aren't necessarily mountains, but they're just old giant trees. They're old giant tree trunks. And that they visibly actually look like tree trunks in real life, and that they're petrified, and that, for instance, when you look at Arizona and like those like the big stacked up whatever quote unquote mountains, granted that was underwater at a certain period of time, but
Yeah,
the
like Grand
scratches in the
Canyon.
sides of them, the way they are just way closer to actual tree trunks than they are to something naturally doing that over and over again over a vast amount
Right.
of large mountains. I say mountains as if I believe it, but I love it. I love the idea of like
You
'cause
haven't convinced
an
me with this
interesting-
one. You've told me this one before.
the giant trees.
Yes.
But it goes. I will say biblically though.
I mean the Grand Canyon, like
But biblically, it works because that would kind of go in with the ideology that a long time ago there's giants, and we found like bones and stuff and skeletal like remains of
Right.
like Homo sapiens that are just way larger. But that was like a very very big thing, and the only reason I think it's interesting is because it's a pattern around all religions. All religions speak of in the old times of giants. So. That's why I feel like whenever it's like there's a pattern
Or like mythology
shared
in all the
stories.
things. The same way that there's pyramids in the Aztecs. Like Aztecs have pyramids and the Mayans have pyramids, and then we have pyramids in Egypt that are all
yeah.
perfectly aligned with certain celestial
Yeah.
bodies.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Just
they
those
face
kind of
like perfect north or whatever.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All aligned.
Yeah, the what I like to think is like the semblance of what this is right now. Like we're living in a time that's probably been erased and multiplied so many times. Like we've probably made iPhones in a sense hundreds of thousands of times but we're
Repetition.
just not smart enough to like know that, or because right now all we're doing is going by dirt. Like we're just going by as far as dirt goes and how petrified it can go. And also we don't even dig that far down, to be completely honest, because we just can't. Like
With the giants, where did they go? Like, is the theory that they left, or that we'd find giant bones at some time?
I've actually heard an archaeological theory about this, and it would be that we just haven't dug that deep yet. And also because it's so old, it may have potentially just like dissipated into the rock itself or whatever. That the reason we see fossils is only because it's technically a little like closer to our time period, but things could have been here so far back that we just would never.
Yeah, there's
ever
some
see.
stuff
dinosaurs.
we'll
They're
never
already
find,
oil.
maybe. Right?
Pre-dinosaurs,
Yeah,
you're saying
exactly.
there's giant humans. So there's giant humans before humans.
Or with. I mean, there's also theories too that like dinosaurs walked with human beings as well. Like,
But those are never substantiated.
Has anyone
No, I
ever
know, I'm
tried
saying
to drill
theories,
to
yeah,
the center of the
theoretical.
earth?
There was a movie about it one time.
no, but there is.
With Brendan Fraser, right?
There's a
Right,
hole.
that's so well.
There's a hole in Russia though. Like it's
Journey to the center of the earth.
I think that's the name of it.
Yeah.
There's a hole in Russia though that's like the deepest that humans have ever drilled, and I believe it's like 13 miles or something like that. Like that's like as far as we've
As
gone.
far as we can go.
I don't know about the giants.
How about the sinkhole over there in like Uzbekistan or something
yeah.
that is just on fire? Ever heard about it?
Oh,
They
yeah,
call it,
'cause the
methane-
Hell's
the
Gate
methane
or
Oh, they
something.
call it Hell's Gate. Yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
something related to hell, I think, in the name, of course.
But there's like because it's on top of a. Oh,
I think they're gonna close it off or
on top of a
something.
gas bubble, so it's
How?
leaking methane at all times.
They're just gonna
That's
like
why
fill
it's
it
like
in with some shit.
consistently
I
on
think.
fire.
I don't know. I heard they're
From
gonna end it or
They're
try to
just-
put it out.
Good luck.
They're gonna
to
put it
them.
out.
Man will
I mean,
conquer
but it's
the
like
fire
this
pit.
pressure
Yeah. So you're gonna put
forcing
it
all
out.
this gas out all the
They're
time.
just
Like,
gonna plug the leak.
I think they're gonna try to plug
plug the hole.
Somebody's gonna get a permit and they're just gonna start a metal fest there. Outside.
it's like the stage right in front of it. Yeah. The hottest show on earth.
I'm just like picturing Jesus making an appearance. You know,
Jesus
he's gonna
is
like
coming, yeah.
reclaim the land. It'll be
Yeah.
great.
It's like, Jesus, they're actually plugging it up. It's
Jesus,
like,
take the
what?
wheel,
No,
figure this
that's
out.
Gotta go back.
That's my thing. I'm coming back through that. They're like, they're about to plug it.
Dumb.
They're gonna put it out.
That's
That's
so
the first
funny.
fire festival.
How?
I don't know.
He like chose that spot. He's like, because they'll never think of this spot. Definitely coming out of the flames. They would
Right.
never think I'm coming from
I don't know.
there.
Maybe I made that up.
They're like, people actually think fire is for hell. He's like, what? Why?
Yeah.
It's like,
So
hell is full of
cleansing.
water.
So
It's
regenerative.
below you. It's all water.
Well, apparently, isn't
love
the
that
deepest
idea.
level of hell actually cold?
Oh,
That's true.
brutal.
Hold
Is
on.
that
In
true?
Dante's
That
Inferno.
would be-
Yeah, Dante's
Yeah.
Inferno.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't
I
the
couldn't-
lowest
I
level
believe so.
actually freezing?
Wow.
That
am I
makes
making
sense.
that up?
That's
No,
my
that
hell.
sounds
That's
right.
my hell. I'd rather burn.
I
than
think there is a
freeze.
level that's hot.
I'm telling you, I've lived in
You
Tucson.
run, yeah, I
I've lived
run
in Tucson a
warm
long
too, so
time.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, no.
But I actually forget. I actually thought Dante's Inferno was kind of cool. Just how they came up with
What
that,
is-
that
Yeah,
there's different.
It's
they
just
came
not
up with
familiar.
there's different levels of hell.
Is it 7 or
Pretty
8?
Right.
There's
But
12.
they made up
There's
that
12?
there's different
Oh.
levels in
I
hell.
was wrong.
Interesting.
Pretty much.
They didn't like discover it or anything.
yeah.
It's
I mean, everything's made up.
it's
Everything's made up.
Bullshit, right?
There's no
There's not
test
actually,
results,
like-
no surveys.
Well, I don't know.
no
I haven't
studies.
been.
I guess I don't know either. You're right.
He's the only one that got to go on this journey.
Did he go on the journey? Is that
Apparently.
what the story's about?
He's
Like,
it's
I think
his-
so.
actually
It's
don't know.
like a journey.
Yeah. I mean,
down,
Journey
on-
down
with
to hell.
down hell. Yeah.
I just remember
What did
it from-
Dante
They actually
Yeah,
interviewed
mythology.
Satan
Take-
for this.
They checked with
interviewed
Satan.
Satan.
Yeah.
Called him directly.
And he was like,
big guy.
yes, they
They're like, is it cool if this guy comes down for like just a little tour of the place?
He just wants
Oh,
to
we'll
take
give
a
him a
few
tour.
notes.
It's like when the guy wants to like check out
He'll never
prison,
forget.
you know, to like see how hardcore it is,
Yeah,
and they're
no.
like, "Oh, we'll show him how hardcore it is." Oh, he wants to write about hell.
What's the movie that Al Pacino is the devil?
Oh, Devil's Advocate.
Devil's Advocate.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu.
Great movie.
Constantine?
That's one of my favorites.
Not
When I think of the
same
devil,
movie.
I think of Al Pacino as
Good.
the devil.
Yeah, he's like Vanity. Definitely my
I think
favorite.
of
scene. Yeah.
what's his name, Rodney Dangerfield and Little Nicky.
Nice.
You ever seen Little Nicky?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Rodney Dangerfield's the devil. It's amazing.
Adam Sandler's voice just gets so annoying in that though. It's like hard to
That is
watch.
one of my least
Yeah.
favorite movies.
I was
of his.
watching
I
Probably a
can't
lot of
stand
people's
it.
least favorite.
Little
I like
Nicky-
it more
I mean,
than-
in general, I
Little
hate
Nicky
that
was
movie.
emo before emo was emo. He had the whole
Right.
cut and
Yeah, you
everything.
just had the
Yeah.
whole.
and he's like, I don't know. But at least with that one, he's
Yeah,
like
he was just,
from hell.
Oh, what do you do? Yeah, it's just.
I
such a
like
weird-
that better than the Waterboy. The Waterboy voice.
I'd take
Waterboy.
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 Same
Yeah, I
birthday
love the
boy.
Waterboy.
Yeah, boo.
But I mean,
I didn't like the Waterboy that much.
He was
Yeah.
he was slow in Waterboy, right? He was like kind of
Yeah.
Like Forrest Gump.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, I have it,
He was little.
if I could just, yeah.
Right.
Get
Yeah,
this
you had
water.
both of those
That
impressions just like
That was
ready
good.
to
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
go. What else
I
do you
do
got?
it.
You got
Have you been
it.
practicing?
What other impressions are hiding up those sleeves?
Stop looking at me, Swan.
I don't know. Yeah.
There you go.
We watched Billy Madison recently on
Holds
tour.
up.
We were with some youth.
Nice.
Like some of the
Oh, interesting.
Steve-O has like
Classic.
we have 2 guys on tour with us. They're like 23. So to them, like an Adam Sandler movie
Yeah, that's
is
great.
like
I'm gonna feel so
is like Whole 9 Yards or something. Or what's the
Chevy
prison-
Chase movies.
No, the prison.
with Bruce.
The whole 9
Longest Yard.
Longest
Oh,
yard.
Longest Yard.
That's right.
He's like,
Oh.
I mean, I've seen Longest Yard. Like that's an Adam Sandler movie, you know, and it's
Whoa.
like that is a movie Adam Sandler's in, but
Whoa.
like the Adam Sandler movies are like Waterboy, Billy Madison, Happy
Big
Gilmore,
Daddy.
The good ones.
Big Daddy, yeah.
Yeah.
And he had like never even he just didn't know about it, so we watched it, and it was like, you know, when you want to show someone a movie, but it's like
Do
you
I-
kind of had to see it when you were
When-
younger,
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
maybe you missed it. Because that, so we were like, and
They're not laughing.
also we're like, you're gonna love this movie. So we're like
you
watching
hyped
the
it.
movie,
Yeah.
but we're also like watching them watch the movie and like, you know,
Classic.
so they're like, it's okay.
It's different.
But me
Yeah.
and Poopies were like dying. It was me and Poopies and then these 2, and then Isaac and Marcus, who are the younger dudes.
Yeah.
They rule. But there's the younger dudes.
Yeah.
So yeah, me and Poopies are like every line we're like, oh gee, like what day is it? October? Like, oh my God. It's like he called the shit poop. Like we were just dying. And they're just like, it's okay. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
interesting.
It is. Yeah.
I felt very dated. I felt like
Like you felt your age at that point.
I mean,
my
because
age.
so much about like loving movies is like joking around about it with your friends when it comes out and using those
Right.
things to like fuel inside jokes and your humor. And
yeah.
if
you're
you
right.
miss like the pop culture moment of it, it doesn't
Yeah, like Anchorman
hold
was a
the
huge-
same.
Right.
Right.
If you didn't see
If you didn't
Anchorman, you
quote-
can't even talk to people for like a year.
Yeah, that was at the lunch. That was
Don't
all
talk
you
to
The
him.
could.
language everyone spoke was Anchorman.
Anchorman. That was the that was the dialect.
Let's,
that was-
let's hear it. Let's
It
hear
was just
it. Remind
Anchorman
me.
quotes.
I mean,
Over
this
here.
is like 60% of the time, all the time, you know.
There we go.
Lanolin. Sheep's no.
Great
It was like
beard of Zeus.
San Diego.
I don't, it's
Founded
just,
by the Germans in
Yeah.
1890. Yeah, just like
So what is the Anchorman to this generation then? Like what is?
Huh.
Because
What's
to
their
me there hasn't been a funny movie
generation?
since Superbad. To be completely honest, there hasn't been like a
Oh, like, of
made
your
me laugh
generation?
Right,
and
I
cry
know.
movie.
right. It's like Euphoria. That's why these kids are
Yeah.
so fucked up.
true.
They're super bad is like people are like ugh, like dying and like
Yeah, like
our
drug
super bad is
prop-
like about farts
parents
and like
fighting
dicks.
and
Fake
like
IDs.
alcoholism. Yeah,
So
it's
true.
like-
It's Zendaya doing heroin with an old white lady. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very true.
It's like mental health issues.
I mean I wonder
I feel
what's
bad for
what's
these
the last like really funny like voice of a generation like
Yeah.
high school comedy. Superbad was huge.
Yeah, one that comes up a lot in like whenever I worked at the one YouTube channel with all the artists and stuff, because they're all like younger, they're all like 21, 22 and stuff. But one that they would like reference a lot was Project X.
Oh, that just came to mind as like something that they might reference.
good
And it was
What
one of
is
those
that?
movies that I saw and I was just
Heard
like, that looks like a stupid
Heard it.
movie.
Oh, it's about like a party.
Yeah,
These
it's
kids
like the biggest
throw
part.
a party at their house.
Vinny was telling Skinny Vinny was telling us about it because he had the guy from that movie on his podcast.
There's like a kid that reminds me of you in it. He's like
I'm
the
in that
taller,
movie. That's me.
lankier
No.
dude.
Huh.
And he like always kind of reminded me of you.
Oh,
Interesting.
You
in the
gotta kill
movie.
him. You gotta find
But-
and kill him.
Yeah, it's like that Jet Li movie.
Yeah, it was like these kids. Like the way they shot that movie was kind of cool though.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like kids,
I
like
should see it,
your
yeah.
parents are out of town, let's throw a party and try to get laid, right? Like
but
a
they
movie
throw
like
like
that.
a rager.
Like our blank check.
The rager
It's
of
got
all
like really
ragers.
good music in it, like good pop.
It's funny because
music
I
and
always
stuff.
felt like I have like a good like finger on the pulse of pop culture solely because I like to rap and you like you can really date yourself quickly.
Right.
I
Alright.
I saw a comment the other day on our Instagram and some kid was like, "What's a Four Loko?" And I was like, "No."
like please delete
Dated
your
reference,
comment.
yeah, you're like drinking that bathtub gin.
Yeah.
That's basically what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Right.
In this
yeah.
salon
There's
hut.
just
You know, it's a great movie. Girl Next Door
yes.
with Emil Hirsch
That was a fun
and
one.
the porn star
Yes.
moves next door to
Great
him.
That was
movie.
Paul
scandalous.
Dano. It's like Paul Dano's first movie.
Yeah, and
It's
then the dude that
hilarious.
plays the
Girl
like
Next Door.
executive porn guy. Like
Yeah, that's Tom.
He's hilarious.
Tom
He's been in
Elephant
a
or
lot of
something.
stuff
Yeah.
since then.
This makes me think of a very older film, but
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Milk
Phenomenal.
Money.
Never heard of that.
Never seen Milk Money?
No.
What's
Is that where James
Oh.
Franco plays the gay politician in San
No,
Francisco?
It's like
That's
like
just milk.
It was
Yeah,
it was
just
it was one of those 90s
Just milk?
movies.
I think that's chocolate milk.
That's
That's
when Nike got together. Just
Got milk. I thought got milk. I think.
It was one of those 90s movies where like it was like the wild wild west for family movies, where like family movies were like really intense even though they were family movies, but it's about a hooker who like these kids in like a group of friends find like their dad Ed Harris is like single or his wife had just died or something, and then the kids find a hooker to
Milk
come
Money.
and pretend to be their tutor, but then the dad falls in love with the hooker. It's called Milk Money.
Wait a second.
does actually
They find a
sound
hooker to
familiar.
pretend to be their tutor.
Yeah, and
Do
then
they fuck
she,
the
and then,
hooker, or
and
they
then
That
their
was the
dad,
first
their
Parent
dad
Trap.
who's just
Clever.
recently widowed, like falls in love. Ed
First
Harris falls in
Parent
love with
Yeah.
with the hooker.
Parent Trap's a great movie.
Parent
Also,
Trap.
but
Parent Trap.
yeah.
When I found out there's only one Lindsay Lohan, like there's
That
only
blew
one.
my
Oh,
mind.
that
Same.
that fucked me up for
That
days.
I didn't
Same.
trust cinema
I did
for like
not.
20 years.
Understand it.
When I was a kid, yeah. Yeah, that really
That
messed
didn't
me up.
surprise you? It didn't upset me. It was just like, how? Would you even do that?
No, I was unhinged. I spiraled. Like, no. I,
Dropped out of high school?
Like started.
Milk Money. Wow.
That actually
Ed
does
Harris
seem
is great.
familiar.
Ed Harris is
Ed Harris
Abyss.
been around a while.
House
Love him.
Trap.
House
Do you
Trap.
remember House Trap? So that was an old like 90s maybe, like all these kids trap their parents in a basement, and then it's like about like the kids listen in kind of, and like
That
these
sounds so
parents,
familiar.
like argue and they fight in the basement and all this stuff, and then the kids like just do a bunch of other shit, but also like
But they try to teach him a lesson, right?
try to teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. No, I never saw that
House
one.
Trap.
Kind of
Yeah.
reminds me
Wait,
of
let me
Honey, I
see.
Shrunk the Kids, which was
That's
oh,
amazing.
that.
should
Oh,
come
yeah.
back.
Good
Rick Moranis
times.
might come back to
Good
acting.
times.
They should make another one.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Definitely.
They
was
should
fun.
make another one.
And also like that, I don't know. I was thinking like Tommy Boy, every Chris Farley movie was my obsession. Like that. My
I
date.
love
That's
Chris
like
Farley.
that's what dates me.
That was the
when
first
I'm like,
person-
oh, what's your favorite comedy? Oh, Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy's amazing, and Black Sheep,
Black
so good,
Sheep.
So good.
And Beverly Hills Ninja.
so good. And he died right after that. That was the first celebrity that like I ever heard died, and like I cried.
I know that
I
one got
loved
me
Chris
too.
Farley. I was like,
know,
the
but-
I don't think
biggest
I've ever
No.
cried from a celebrity dying.
That one was
I've
rough.
cried for two. It was Chris Farley and then Aaliyah, because when Aaliyah passed away, it was she had just MTV was doing this thing where they would like do behind the scenes of a music video shoot, and then like she just seemed so full of life and she was young as fuck, and then like literally after that episode came out, like the next day she like passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Classic.
yeah, that's just
Dude, what
Yeah,
about the
like,
movie The
sucks.
Stupids with Tom Arnold?
I heard the stupid.
We should watch that sometime.
Didn't
The
we see a
Stupids.
clip of that recently? Was it
Tom
you and me,
Arnold, man.
or maybe no? It was Nick. Me and Nick. Because he goes into like the garage and he's like, one wheel, two wheels, or like he looks at like a bike.
Right, the bike is like two wheels.
He looks at a car, four wheels. And he looks at rollerblades, and he's like
six
six
wheels.
wheels.
So he takes the rollerblades, yeah. And that was because the garbage man kept stealing the garbage. He's like, honey, someone's stealing our garbage again. Like, I'm fed up with this. I'm going to chase him down. He follows the garbage, and then he gets like caught up in some kind of like mob
scheme, yeah.
Oh my
scheme,
god. Well, yeah,
He
mobsters
witnesses-
control the garbage.
They control the garbage, trash people.
That was like
Yeah.
a classic '90s trope that like somehow you get involved with like Beethoven somehow got involved with mobsters who were stealing dogs.
Stanley
Baby's
Tucci.
Day Out, like the baby trying like the baby
Remember
trying to get
that
away
one.
from, or the mobsters.
I mean,
trying to
it's
get away
still
from
a
shit.
trope. It's a classic.
Yeah, it'd be fun to make a movie about like that, but like be very very aware of the trope. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
The trope is the kind of like plot. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, how would
Like
you
the
do that?
Babysitters Club had that. I feel like had similar.
I don't know. It'd be like how do we get famous making a documentary
It's
about our
like
lives?
you
Babysitters Club.
it's like somebody always witnesses like a mob crime. Now they're on the run from the mob, and that's the movie. You know, like first 10
No, no,
minutes
no.
they witness the crime, and then they're on the run.
But those people are actively seeking that, though. They go out looking to find a mob crime. Like they're super into mobsters, and they're like, because like
But
I
they
bet
just love the chase,
well, it's kind of like storm chasers, but for mobs.
but they want to be chased. You know, they're like
Yeah, 1000%.
they just like the attention or something. You know, like
There's some. It's like
They're all influencers. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, it's like just a vlog. You know,
It's just a
for
vlog,
the
it's for
vlog.
the
Like, we're being
vlog.
hunted.
trying to get hunted by mobsters. I thought that's the title thumbnail. It's
Like first they do it,
I would
but they
click on
fake it, and then they get caught faking it, and then one of them is like, you know what? I'm gonna do it for real. Like I'm sick of being called a liar. Like why do we always fake our fucking bullshit? Like so it's like an anti-YouTube. But then they like
then it
get
becomes
killed.
like Home Alone.
But then they die.
They died.
It ends with them being stuffed into
and then
a
like the
suitcase.
mobster's like, he's like, wait, you're really gonna shoot us? And he's like,
I do not know.
yeah, what the fuck do you think this is? Like,
You missed a lot.
That's the last shot.
You
That's the
have
last
to
scene.
catch up.
Literally the last shot.
We just
yeah,
thought of a
he's like,
movie.
you're really gonna shoot me?
We just thought of a movie.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
It's like yeah.
Yeah. And then he just shoots him. Kills him. Killed him dead. Full dead.
Full dead.
Full dead. I haven't seen. I'm trying to think of a movie that like the ending bothered me. Like what's a really like, or you didn't, or a film that like didn't think that was gonna
Goonies.
happen. What happened?
The
to
end of Goonies
With the on
they
the
just
beach.
sail
drives
off?
me crazy. Okay.
I feel like you.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel like
yes,
you
why? 'Cause
spieled
they-
this.
Whole movie is about looking for this treasure. Right?
Oh my god.
They're like going
Yeah,
through
the
tunnels and
emotion.
all this shit. They finally find the pirate ship with all the treasure.
And they let it go.
One of them is like, I'll just put some in my pocket, right? He just grabs them. The rest of it's on the ship. Something goes wrong. You know, the kids, they come out, they're able to escape because the cave is falling in or something. They're able to escape. The whole town like meets them on the beach. It's like, oh, their parents are like, yeah, so glad you're fine. And like rich people are about to buy their island, like their home, you know?
Oh, that's true.
And
That's
so
right.
they
That's
need to
fine.
save money to
Property.
save the town. And then one of them's like, I grabbed some, like a handful of jewels. And then someone's like, this is it. This is enough to save the town.
Right.
And then they're like, whoa, what's that? That's the pirate ship.
And it's beautiful.
And it's full of this.
Full of it.
and then everyone just goes, well,
Let's just watch it go off into the sunset.
we tried. You know, like
Yeah.
it's a town of like fishers. Like everybody has a boat.
Get a boat.
Everybody has a boat. Get boats.
They all have
We'll
nets.
split that. Like this is enough to save the town. Like there's like $5 trillion on that boat.
That's enough. Like,
Sinking
Right.
slowly.
Like
you all
All
could be
the-
no, it's
living.
not even
Sunset.
sinking. It's not sinking.
You're so right.
It's floating slowly out.
Yeah,
It's not a motorboat. It's going by the wind. You know, like
Yeah, they're just
go
letting
get
this.
it.
It's big.
Go get. Yeah, you're not gonna lose it. Like
Also, this old pirate ship is like in perfect condition.
right. It's just petrified wood. Just
Termites didn't. They just ignored it.
right. Yeah,
It's floating away perfectly.
it drives me crazy.
Yeah. That's
Who knew?
Just because I love hearing you angry, can we also
Yeah,
do
let's get
the
Paul
ending
angry.
of Harry Potter?
That's the other one. That's the other
Harry
one. That's
Potter?
crazy.
Yeah.
What,
That's
oh wait,
crazy.
you say yeah with an exasperated voice.
Harry
What does that
Potter.
mean?
It's
Yeah.
just
Well, I mean,
I've only seen the movies.
wizards.
I've read the books, seen the movies. It's just disappointing.
Most people who read the books think it's disappointing. They leave
I
a lot
don't
of
even
good
remember
things
how
out.
the movies end. I don't
To
even
me,
know if I've
what?
watched all
Okay,
the
here's what
movies.
bothered me about the end of Harry Potter.
What did
Thank
Hey,
you,
this
Tom.
is
Here we
important,
go. And here
okay?
we go.
So, if you'll recall, Voldemort is the bad guy, and he's against Harry, and then Harry's at like Hogwarts, and everyone knows it's Harry versus Voldemort, and
Right,
then,
it's this big
then they're
showdown,
like,
right?
Then Snape, like Harry, like shoots Snape. Snape flies away. Okay, so now everybody knows Snape's gonna go get Voldemort. Voldemort's gonna come back to Hogwarts, and we're gonna fight.
Let's go.
That's what's about to happen.
Get your
Okay,
tickets.
so this is a school. Okay? This is a school. These adults are responsible for the lives of these children.
And they're too busy.
Now, you're out of school. You work out of school. Somebody runs away. He's like, I'm going to come back with a gang and we're going to shoot. Okay? You go, okay, let's get all the children somewhere safe.
onto the
okay?
courtyard.
Like, yeah, like,
No.
no. Into the fucking Chamber of Secrets or something like. But nobody does that.
Nope.
All right? Instead,
Yeah.
everybody just runs around like crazy.
Yeah. No.
Like there's just chaos. There's no organization. It's the most mismanaged school shooting in American history. And that says a lot. And it's like these
in Hogwarts history.
Yes,
in
thank
Hogwarts
you.
history. Look, also, everybody
British, if
knows
anything.
the only way we all don't die is if Harry Potter defeats Voldemort.
But then he has to
Only
die.
chance we got. So Harry's running around this school, and everyone's like in his way. everyone's like, he's trying to run up the stairs and he's like fighting against the traffic because these kids are just running around like crazy. And like, there's like stones flying everywhere because the building's falling apart. It's unbelievable.
Your neck is bulging. You gotta take it easy.
Check his pulse. Check his pulse.
They don't have the wisdom to put the kids in the fucking gymnasium before Voldemort.
Put him in the gym.
Put him in the gym.
If it's good for tornado shelter, it's good for that.
Everybody under a desk or like
The huge cafeteria that you eat in every day.
just stay here.
With the floating candles and stuff.
Instead, it was everybody just go run around.
Chill in there.
You've
Go
got
with the candles.
good instincts. Okay?
Or like
You've got good
teleport.
instincts.
I don't know.
Deep breath.
Everyone's
Take a
Right,
deep
get
breath.
the kids out. Make a portal and send them back
You smell that, honey? You smell that?
on the fucking the bus, you know?
You smell that?
On the train.
On the train, 3.5,
quarters. What's it called?
whatever the train, not 5/9 gate.
Where's
gate 5/9?
Where's the Hogwarts
9
school
3/4.
board?
Yeah, I mean the lawsuits that would have came after
Oh,
this.
no.
It's
And then
unbelievable. The school would
they
not
just let
survive.
it happen.
They just let
You're
it
right.
happen.
It's just complete.
And so yeah, you come back and like you're talking to Professor McGonagall or whatever, and it's like some kids died.
A lot of kids died.
Yeah, kids died.
Can you imagine missing?
What do you say to those
And then
parents?
you come back to school?
If you missed that day?
Listen,
Yeah.
Come
That's
back
why
like,
you don't
what
fuck with the magic.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with magic unless you want to get burned.
You weren't there that day?
Yeah.
That's a funny sketch. You like come in
You
the day
missed,
after.
yeah.
In your great mood.
What I missed?
Ready to learn some magic.
Yeah. It's feeling much better, thank you.
Yeah.
And then someone's just like sweeping up bodies,
Yeah.
you know, just like.
Broken shit.
That's fucking funny.
Anyway,
There's also Neville Longbottom is the one that took out
Yes.
Voldemort, just for the record. It wasn't Harry Potter the whole time. That was the whole shtick.
good.
Gotcha.
Good for Neville. Neville did great. Neville did the right thing.
So,
Talk about a comeback or
Well,
come
but
up.
I do agree.
Neville.
People were aware that because Harry Potter was like the Tom Cruise of
Right.
fucking
Yeah.
wizard place. You know, everybody knew him. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Popular.
Yeah, he was Harry Styles. Yeah, so like everybody knew. You know.
right.
Well, they should have got out of the way. I do agree.
But not everybody liked him. Everybody knew him. Not everybody liked him.
That's true. That's true. That's the price of fame.
Yeah. Right?
That's the cost. It costs to be the boss. All right. What a wonderful podcast. You know, this was always a dream that like we would do.
Oh, Mazel Tov.
Yeah, it's over.
We've done podcasts with like 4 people or 5 people, but everyone always knows. Everyone always knows each other. But you know, for this one, like you guys don't know each other.
Yeah.
Like this was actually cool.
I don't
That
know you.
People get to
We just met.
right. We're all
There you
kind of
go.
getting to know
This
each
is
other.
actually my Uber driver.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Good concept.
This is nice of you.
It's fun. Glad we did this. Thank
Yes.
you, everybody. Happy birthday, Brendan.
Let's go.
Happy birthday, Noeli.
Penguins
Noeli's
rock.
birthday was just recently too.
What? Happy birthday, Noeli.
Oh,
This
hey,
song was for you
thank
too.
Did.
And shout out to Ryan at Vaughn's. Your mommy is
Okay.
proud of you. And JC, I love you. Christine,
Love you.
I
Love you all.
Love you too.
Let's
Cool.
jam.
Now we're gonna make some music.
All right.
Yay.
Let's do it.
You guys, things to plug. Look at this camera. This camera. This camera. It's like hot one.
Tell,
I
now
want
you
to
got-
tell us what you got
tell
going
the people.
on. Yeah.